Yeah, 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 yeah. Shake it, but get pointing out all the lies. Putting the scripture right in your eyes. The Bible guy. He reads Hebrew and Greek and shows you that your book's not unique. The Bible guy. He turns through the pages until every Christian rages. The Bible guy. Watch one time and you're hooked. Now let's watch why the Christians get cooked. The Bible guy.
Howdy, folks. Bible Guy here, coming at you live from Northeast Texas. Anyways, today's topic, why should I be a Christian? So everyone tap your screen, share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Let's get the word out there so we can have some interesting conversations about whether or not I should be a Christian. How are we all doing today? I am sad to say that I broke my diet today and I ate my feelings this morning. So I'm feeling full, but but I guess I'll just pick up where I left off tomorrow. Hello to everyone in the comment section, to Oyo, Gratheus, Glenda Williams, Scotty, Colette, Liam, Glitter, Stephen Oppo, Roots Upliftment Promotion. Hello, everybody. Hello. Steven says, hi, sir. Gratheus says, hi, hey, Dalton. Steven says, you normally live around now? No, I don't normally go live on Mondays, but I really needed it today. I needed something to distract me from other things on TikTok right now. No. Thank you, Colette. Yeah, usually I go live Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday, and Sunday, but I just needed to go live today. So everyone, make sure you're sharing the live out. And if you're a Christian, feel free to request up, and we'll have a conversation. Today I watched James and the Giant Peach again for the first time since I was a kid, which is pretty cool. All the while drinking my peach flavored water. Really immersive. Yeah, it's great. It was a good movie. I still don't quite know what happened to his parents, but I'm sure if I read the book, it'd be a bit more clear. Did you have to pay extra for the experience? Well, I mean, 98 cents for this water. The Carpenter? I haven't seen The Carpenter. You don't need to be a Christian to believe in God. That's true, but I don't have any reason to believe in God either. James' parents were eaten by an escaped rhinoceros while on a shopping trip in London. Like, literally? That's just it? For the sake of your soul, I hope you're right. Well, Dynamite, I don't have a soul, so there's that. Why aren't you at work? I am at work, Ty Wolf. This is work. This is how I make my money. Virus name, Trinity virus, task against the only true God, malware name, Jesus and Holy Spirit. Yes, Ty Wolf, I am a soulless person. So are you. So is everyone. No, you don't, Dynamite. Unless you can prove it. Time Gear says, I'm a recovering Catholic. Like, recovering from Catholicism? Oh, I know that Ty Wolf's a troll. I could never get past the whole eternal damnation thing. Yeah, it is pretty shit. Anyone who believes in eternal damnation, but also believes that God is all good, or have a lot of conflicting thoughts. That is not Christian. What's not Christian? Believing in hell? Pretty Christian. We believe in judgment. If you can't live right, you shouldn't proper in the end. I don't know what that means, to proper in the end. Even when I was very young, the concept of hell and all that didn't make sense to me. Well, you were a smart one then, Scotty. Catholics are Christian. You say this guy's boring? Well, I guess just leave, Dynamite. If I'm boring, then get the fuck out. Yeah, what Valerie said. I guess I'll just draw something while we wait for a Christian that's brave enough to come up and talk to me. You know? How is this your job? I get paid. So, you know, that makes it a job. Not that difficult to understand, right? Not about bravery? It's definitely about bravery. That is not why you should do it if you're Christian, not about. Why would anyone pay for this? I'll let the people on here. I'll let the people answer that for you. People on TikTok and on YouTube, why would you pay the Bible guy? That's the Dynamite's question to you. This dude literally just said Catholics are Christians. By definition, yeah, Dynamite, they are Christians. I can't help it if you're too dumb to not see that. All right, we got Vlad Tepes. Vlad, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah, man. I'm 20 years older than that, yeah.
All right, and what pronouns do you go by?
Don't go by anything.
The lie detector determined that that was in fact a lie.
I go go by man.
Man is
Man.
man is not a pronoun in the English language.
I don't conform to your pronouns, so I'll just get off.
That was also a lie. You know lying's a sin, right?
You're not a believer. Why would I trust you?
Well, no. Does your Bible not say that lying is a sin?
It is a sin. Why am I conforming to your pronouns? What you want?
They're not my pronouns. I'm asking for your
But
pronouns.
what do you want me to say it then? Why do you want me to say it?
It's just how English language works, bud.
You asked me for my pronouns.
By the way, speaking of people who like to pay me from @Calicia with the $5, I crave mild amusement, and also @Calicia with the $5 again. Pronoun fail number 1. So there you go.
I do not care about your pronouns.
Well, here's
I don't care about them.
What a liar. All right, Ballant. I'm going to ask you 3 questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, I'm 35.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
Yes, I was gonna say a joke, but I was like, eh.
All right, Ballant. I'm Dalton the Bible guy. Why should I be a Christian?
Well, that's a great question.
Yep.
And probably
So no good reason for me to be a Christian is what I got from that. So we got one person who doesn't know how English works, and then a second person who doesn't know how to answer questions. Rat Soup says, if only that question was on the screen so guests could have prepared. Why should I be a Christian? It's like, oh yeah, well, god damn. Too bad they weren't prepared for that. Damn, missed a great joke. Whenever they say something silly like, I don't use pronouns, I don't conform to that, I don't go by your, it's not my grammar. It's not my pronouns. Pronouns are part of the English language, the same language that me and the first guest spoke together. We aren't supposed to convince people to be Christians. That's pointless. Funny, there's literally an entire field called apologetics dedicated to convincing people that Christianity is true. So fucking crazy. Dynamite says, what is this kid? 25? I don't know. Ask your mom. They don't read their book anyway. They're lazy and stupid. Apologetics only. And study apologetics only. Yeah. Rat Soup says, hey, Joshua, I thought convincing people to be Christian was top agenda. Every tribe and tongue, etc., etc. Yeah. That's what I understood when I was a Christian. What a bunch of fucking clowns. I was a Christian until I read the book. Yep, same here. Pronouns is a new thing. It quite literally is not. There are pronouns in the Bible. I'm a female and a woman. Say that to the left and oh my god, I'm a leftist, and you say you're both a female and a woman. I don't give a shit. You name call and make mama jokes, but call someone else a clown? Yes, Dynamite. You are in fact a clown. You said, "Oh, Catholics aren't Christian," even though like they're significantly older as a group than Protestants. Protestants didn't exist 500 years ago, but Catholics did. Hey, David.
Hello, good sir.
What brings you up today, bud?
I have a quick question for you. So, I've been told that there's a contradiction where we don't know if David killed Goliath or Elhanan.
That's correct.
And I was curious about your take, since you know the original Hebrew, about 1 Corinthians 20, chapter 20, verse 5.
Do you mean First Chronicles?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the chronicler inserts the word brother into the text because they're trying to reconcile the contradiction between 1 Samuel 17 and 2 Samuel 21. Chronicles, 1st and 2nd Chronicles were both written well after 1st and 2nd Samuel was written.
Okay, so this is an example of the text fixing a contradiction within itself?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Do we know about what time that chronicle was written?
Here, let me take a look at that. Let's see. Let's see. Let me take a look. Zephaniah, Joshua, Genesis, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Habakkuk, Zechariah, Obadiah, Micah, Malachi, 5th century BCE.
Okay.
And 1st and 2nd Samuel would be 6th century BCE.
Okay, so roughly 100 years off.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that is the extent of my...
And for anyone else who wants to know when certain books of the Bibles were written and you don't have this content memorized, just go to bartehrman.com/Bible -in -chronological -order/
-n -chronological order.
I'll put it in the there you go.
Yeah, that's super helpful.
And also for you on YouTube, I'll also put that in the, there you go. Enjoy.
All right, well, thanks for answering my question, Dalton. I'll leave you to your stream.
Happy to help, bud. Unapologetic Apologia says, to think there are contradictions shows you haven't really read the Bible. To make that statement shows me that you haven't really read the Bible. I'm more than welcome to talk to you about biblical contradictions. You want to come up and we can talk about the nativity of Jesus? What do you believe in? Anything which is demonstrable via evidence. Thought that was interesting how it was picked as the city to demonstrate power of conquering God. What? I missed something. What? Oh, how Jericho is oldest walled city. Yeah. Absolutely. Older than the earth. If you believe in young earth bullshit, Jericho is older than the young earth. So what is demonstrable? Like facts, like about the world, like the earth is round, gravity exists. The earth is about 4.5 billion years old. The universe about 13.8, at least since the rapid expansion, probably older than that because it's, as far as I can tell, it's infinitely old. But yeah. Goth Sparkles says, hey, hello, Goth Sparkles. How can you yourself prove that? Well, the age of the earth can be proved, I think, through some form of like radiometric dating of like zircon crystals and stuff like that. I believe in what's a demon stribble. Demon tables. Oh, that's good. But I love the attempt at burden shifting. Alyssa. Young Earth creationists are no different than flat earthers. Oh yeah, I agree. If you believe the earth is 6,000 years old, in our opinion, you are no different than a flat earther. I think water would be the closest thing to a god because we need it to survive and all organisms come from the water. Yeah. So you have faith in science? No. No, faith is belief without evidence. I just gave you an example of evidence. Radiometric dating from zircon crystals. For a group of people who don't believe in the God, y'all sure do talk about him a lot. Yes, Chris, I know that's what y'all like to say because like you think that if you say that, we'll like go, oh shit, maybe we should stop talking about God because we're atheists. And that way, your religion won't get absolutely fucking demolished on TikTok. But it won't work here. We're going to keep shit talking Christianity. What's the Greek word for faith and what does it mean in that culture? Pistis is the Greek word for faith, and it's context dependent. It can carry the connotation of like trust. It can carry the connotation of fidelity. It can also carry the context of like belief without evidence. Whatever you say, Chris, I live rent-free in your head. Not according to Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, make the case. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Of things, what? Not seen. But it doesn't matter how it was used in the original Greek. The question is, how do Christians use it today? And every Christian that I talk to on this app repeatedly tells me I could just have faith when it's demonstrated that they don't have evidence for their beliefs. In other words, they think faith means believing in something without evidence. The Big Bang Theory has no scientific proof, nor does evolution. Alyssa, what an absolute ignorant thing for you to say. Not only do we have evidence for it, we have an abundance of evidence. In fact, we can see the Big Bang happening right now. It didn't stop. It's still happening. Alyssa is just a theory. Alyssa hasn't been demonstrated. She's just a theory, y'all. I bet Alyssa runs and doesn't call up, probably. All right, Gentile gentlemen, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Are you at least 18 years old?
I am.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him, or my name on the screen.
Well, pronouns would be he and him, but your name would not be a pronoun. So, and
No,
are you a Christian?
Orthodox Christian, yes.
All right. I'm the Bible guy. Why should I be a Christian?
You shouldn't. You're an atheist.
Oh, thank you. That's it. If that's it, I'll just let you go. Is that all?
Yeah, why would...
All right. If you're telling me I shouldn't be a Christian, then it looks like we agree. Thank you for that.
Hello.
Maybe they'll think, like, Rav, maybe they'll think twice before just, like, saying that, and maybe they'll, like, request back up and they'll actually give me a reason to be a Christian. Like, what an absolutely detrimental... By the way, guys, just so we're clear, Gentleman Viking, a Christian, told me I shouldn't be a Christian, so I have the official endorsement of an Orthodox Christian that I shouldn't join Christianity. Let's make that clear. So next time a Christian asks me why I shouldn't become a Christian, I'll just tell them because other Christians tell me I shouldn't. Rat Soup says, doubt it. Christians usually stick to being... Host doesn't want to. Oh, I want to if it's true, Gentile, but you don't want me to, it seems like. Like, if Christianity is true, then I want to believe it. But it seems like you don't want me to believe it. If you wanted to, you would. Wow, what a winning argument there, gentlemen. What an absolutely brain-dead thing to say.
Rat Soup.
Genital gentlemen. It's so funny. Bear says, I don't think you should follow Christians. You should follow Jesus. Only way to heaven. Well, prove it. You don't want to believe it if you believe we exploded into existence and came from apes? Well, Alyssa, you're wrong on every point. First and foremost, the Big Bang is not us exploding into existence. You don't know you made it very clear to my audience that you don't know the first thing about like the Big Bang Theory. And then we don't just come from apes, Alyssa. We are apes. Present tense. This is the this is the motherfucking Planet of the Apes. All right. Now, Genital Gentleman is back.
Just monkeying around.
Do you have a reason now why I should be a Christian?
Yeah, so you can be saved.
Why? Saved from what?
From the sins of the world that are upon you.
I don't believe sin is a real thing. It doesn't have any ontology. Can you demonstrate that sin is a real thing?
No, you're covered in sin. As long
prove it.
Just like the rest of us.
Wait, is that what this is? Is that what this jacket is made out of? 1 second, let me take a look.
It's synthetic.
Here's the tag.
Hey, remember when I was in the comments and you said that you really do want to know Jesus?
Close all fasteners before
and
washing.
About it?
Machine wash cold, gentle cycle. No, that's not it. Carrer, todos los. Nope, that's Spanish. Let's see. 100% cotton, linen, and 100% polyester. So not.
Oh, that's polyester, so that's synthetic.
So why'd you lie earlier?
Guys, synthetic. I am covered in synthetic. Interesting. I don't remember anything.
Why'd you lie earlier?
I didn't.
You did.
What lie did I say?
I said, what did I say in the comments?
I don't remember.
I said, you don't want to. I said, you don't want to.
Oh, I do.
And then you
if
said,
it's true.
actually, I do want to.
I do if it's
so
true.
So you think what you've just done, this little theatrical thing you just did, do you think that is in the heart posture of I want to?
Heart posture.
No, I don't think it is.
Heart posture. Why don't you like do a little posture for Peggy and bend over her for her big boy? Anyways.
Oh, so that's what it is. See, you're not good.
Neither are you. You're not good. I'm better than you. If that's the best you got, is you're gonna come up here and just like bullshit with me. I want to believe in Christianity if it's true, but so far you're not doing a very good job of.
Because it is true, and you don't want to believe it.
Prove it. Prove that's true.
It's not even that you don't want to believe it. You don't want to accept it. You know it's real. You don't want to accept it because
wait, genital. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. Tell me what it is.
Gentile.
Genital. Is it 1 to 100? 1 to 100. 1 to 100. What am I thinking of? I'll believe you that
you numbers.
Number 1 to 100. I'm pick a number. What am I thinking of? Are you mustering up the ability to read my mind again? What's going on here?
Oh, I'm not a prophet or a mystic or a witch or a wizard.
Oh, okay, then here. Okay, then
Dalton.
Then stop pretending like you can read my mind. What's up, Rob?
Ask him how he feels about the Jewish people.
Oh, genital. How do you feel about the Jewish people?
They're people like any other people. I'm Jewish.
Good for you. Good for you. Now that we've established that you can't read minds, you don't get to tell me that I actually don't believe something if I tell you I believe it. Now, I would like to believe in Christianity if you can demonstrate that it's true, because my goal in life is to believe as many true things as possible and to disbelieve as many false things as possible. So demonstrate to me that Christianity is true.
How many people do you think were converted by that?
By what?
What you want to happen right now?
I don't know. I can't read.
You'd probably be the first person ever.
Unlike you, I can't like read people's minds, and I can't just. I'm not omniscient. I don't know everyone's like experience with the religion. Oh, you have Nick Fuentes? Ew, gross.
Can I just keep yapping, dude?
Nick Fuentes and what's the guy's name that made The Passion of the Christ?
Oh, Mel Gibson. Oh, Mel Gibson was a piece of shit, and Nick Fuentes is a piece of shit.
The first video that he has on his page is Nick Fuentes talking about the Jews.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, hopefully the next guest will come up and instead of whining and complaining about how they think I don't actually want to believe, will actually like not be a lazy cunt and will actually provide me some evidence. For Christianity, but we'll see. Stardust. I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Is that for me?
Yes.
Hey, Bible guy, I'm a friendly. I'm not going to be on here but a hot second.
All right.
I just wanted to come and say, I love the fact that Christians does not have an idea that we are fucking apes. And the fact that you said we are the planet of the motherfucking apes. I'm going to use that one from this point forward, and I'm going to drop the mic on that one. I love you, Bible guy.
You can
keep doing what you do.
You can take it, Stardust. Absolutely. Thank you for coming up.
All right.
What a little bit of a ray of sunshine in the midst of all this fucking darkness. Love that. Stardust, big W to Stardust. All right. I'm already starting to feel better, y'all. This is great. All right. Redefine living. I'm going to ask you 3 questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Are you at least 18 years old?
Who are you speaking to?
Redefine living.
Great. Yeah, I'm 18.
And what pronouns do you go by?
Sir.
Ooh, sorry. Sir is not a pronoun. It's an honorific. Try again. What pronouns do you go by?
Yeah, I mean, isn't there an unlimited amount of pronouns? So I go by sir.
Nope, not in the English language.
It's like asking an atheist
so
what
sorry,
God
sir is not a pronoun in the English language. I prefer to have conversations in English with my interlocutors. So do you have any, what pronouns do you have in the English language?
Just kind of cowardly way to kick people who don't want to engage with your rhetoric.
Sorry, none of that was a I mean, you is a pronoun.
I go by sir. I identify as sir.
Ooh, sorry again.
Good
sir is
you
not.
Can call me good sir.
Good is an adjective, and sir is an honorific. Neither of those are pronouns. Try again, big boy. What pronouns do you go by?
Well, you're just making stuff up anyway. So
no, I didn't make up English grammar. I just sort of like follow.
You can call me man. You can call me man.
Sorry, man is a noun
sir.
and not a pronoun. So we're not going to move forward.
So this is low. Yeah, this is low tier.
The only low tier person here is the individual who doesn't understand how English grammar works. That's the low tier one. Can we get a pronoun number? Fail number 2 in the super chats for the anyways, redefine living. We're not moving forward at all until you be a good little boy and you tell us what your pronouns are. Don't be such a fucking snowflake. Tell me what your pronouns are.
This is running, my friend.
It's not running. I have standards, and like you can like are the McDonald's employees running from you when they kick you out for not wearing shoes and a shirt? No, but like. No shirt, no shoes, no service. And on this live, you either fucking answer the questions I ask you or you get the fuck out. Those are the rules. So are you going to be a good little cunt and tell me what your pronouns are?
You're just a coward, buddy.
Says the guy who refuses to give me his pronouns. I think you're the coward here.
I gave it.
No, you didn't. You didn't give me any pronouns.
Gave it to you.
No, you didn't. You're a liar.
Yes, I did.
Is sir
I go by sir.
Is sir a pronoun? Is sir a pronoun in the English language? Is sir? No, there's not.
Sir, that's what I go by.
Nope. All right, you're a coward.
I go by sir.
By the way, that was you running because you refused to answer the question. I got rid of you because you knew that I was going to get rid of you if you didn't answer. So that is you running. You scared little incel bitch. Man, like guys. It's either my friend Equality likes to say it's either Christianity or it's grammar, but you can't have both, sadly. Anyways, what a fucking coward. Rav, like, correct me if I'm wrong. I already know I'm right. There are pronouns in the Bible.
Yeah, yesh milat yachad.
Yeah, ani hu.
Yeah.
Who is him and he is her.
He is she.
Oh man, it's so funny.
Anachnu is we.
Yeah.
Hem is they. Hen is they also, but feminine, but make it feminine.
Yeah. Like if God is able to give me their pronouns, I guess Redefine Living thinks that they're better than God. I'll try to bring them up and hopefully this time they won't be such a pansy ass snowflake. Redefine.
Yeah, this is pretty basic stuff, buddy.
I know it is so basic, yet you keep failing. So, what pronouns do you go by?
What would you do without your mute button?
I'd probably just drop you for not engaging.
You guys are cowards.
Says the person who won't give me their pronouns.
I identify as
seriously, redefining what is the issue? What is the issue with using it? With defining it? By the way, like the only reason that this happens is because you have a hatred against people who don't conform to your particular worldview. That's the only reason why you're having this crash out.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why you're having this crash out.
So you're never going to get to have the conversation with me if you can't just tell me what your pronouns are. It tells me a couple different things about you. If you don't answer the question, redefine. It tells me either you're too stupid to have the conversation, which I don't think. I don't think you're too stupid. That's the problem. Or you're just like,
or you're scared,
disingenuous, which I think is actually the answer. And you're also just a bigot. Oh, I'm not scared of
what?
I'm not scared of you.
What?
Well, how?
You're a hypocrite. What redefining?
Why would I be scared?
You're just a hypocrite.
Anyways, why would I be scared of some dumbass who doesn't even know basic rules of English grammar? Yeah, he's a bigot. We know. Yeah. Here, let's take a look at this. Is sir a pronoun in the English language? Sir is a noun referring to a title given to a high social status and honorable reputation. So no, not a pronoun, just a noun. But you know, I can't. You know what? Redefine living. They failed 6th grade probably, which is why they don't know how this works. And also, you don't get to run your mouth in the comment section. You're a coward, and you don't get to whine in the comment section if you want to have a conversation with me. That's just how it's going to go.
Maybe he should change his username to Redefine Grammar.
Redefine Grammar. That's it. Absolutely. And we got here
grammar.
From @Calicia with the $5. Pronouns are hard. They'd be very hard. Man, guys, like the irony. It's such an irony that we have all these conservative Christians who will say things like leftists are snowflakes, and yet at the same time they run like cowards anytime pronouns come up. Anyways, hopefully this next guest will be more genuine than the Redefined Living. The Walking Dad, I'm going to ask you 3 questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
I am.
And question number 2, I hope you can answer this. What pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
See, Redefined Living, how easy that was? And question number 3, are you a Christian?
I am.
All right. I'm Dalton the Bible guy. Because you are a good interlocutor and you answer questions, we get to have a conversation. Why should I be a Christian?
Because Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and he can change your life, change mine, and I invite you to come be one with me.
All right. I don't think he's the way, the truth, and life because he wasn't even the Messiah because he didn't fulfill any prophecies from the Hebrew Bible.
What do you mean?
Like, the prophets give lots of prophecies about the future Messiah, and Jesus didn't even fulfill one of them.
Well, okay, that's an interesting point to make. So you've looked at the various prophecies he claims to fulfill, and you're just like, nope, not him.
Yeah, not him. Mostly in most of the time in the New Testament, when the authors tried to quote passages from the Old Testament to make Jesus look like he's the Messiah, they're either mistranslated or taken out of context in order to make it look like Jesus is fulfilling some prophecy when he wasn't.
Okay. So you the Christian interpretation of the Old Testament, you're just like, no, I don't believe it. Is that basically the issue?
Yes, I fact checked it and found it wanting.
To the point that it's almost like incredible how much the Christian Bible does not understand the Hebrew Bible. Like it's actually astonishing. It's almost like they don't even have access to the vast majority of the text.
Yeah. Is there one in particular, like, you know, because I'm genuinely curious. You've obviously looked into this. So is there like one in particular like we could discuss? Sure.
We can start with like the first one I ever learned about, which was Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14. In fact, it's the first prophecy cited in the entirety of the New Testament. In the book of Matthew, chapter 1, Jesus is allegedly born of a virgin, and the author makes the claim that this happened in order to fulfill what was said by the Lord through the prophet. A virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and they will call his name Emmanuel. Now, when I went back and I read Isaiah 7:14, and I studied Hebrew because I was a Christian, and I wanted to read the same Bible that Jesus would have had in his synagogue. So I learned Hebrew. And what happened was, when I found out that Isaiah 7:14 actually doesn't say anything about a virgin who shall conceive, but rather it says, Hine ha'alma hara, behold, the young woman is with child, ve'yoledet ben v'kalat shemo Emmanuel, and will have a son, and she will call his name Emmanuel. But nothing about a virgin who will give birth, who will conceive in the future.
Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing that some will try to argue that the young woman translation translates to virgin. That's I'm guessing what the argument is.
They would be wrong, because we have a word for virgin in Hebrew. Betula.
Exactly. I was just going to say, exactly. That's the legal definition. And a young woman obviously can be a virgin, but there is also a verse that demonstrates that a young woman, literally it is describing coitus in the verse, and she is described as an alma.
Yeah.
And so like that just demonstrates like literally to the T that alma necessarily does not mean virgin.
Okay. So just kind of steel manning it. It's you. So you were a Christian and you looked into this, or you just looked up you looked this stuff up on your own?
Oh yeah, I was a very hardcore Christian, and I actually like when I was a Christian, I had this goal that I wanted to convert Jewish people to Christianity and become Christians. And so I decided to read the Hebrew Bible, the Old Testament, learn the Hebrew language so that I could like use their Bible to convince them that Jesus was the Messiah. And then I found out that Jesus actually didn't fulfill any prophecies.
Okay. All right. So you don't buy, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I'm guessing that all the Christian claims about Jesus being the suffering servant later in Isaiah, I take it that you also don't agree with any of that?
Oh yeah, because the author of Isaiah, second Isaiah, which contains Isaiah 53, tells us explicitly at least 6 times that the servant is Israel.
Yeah, so you don't agree with the Christians who try to say that Israel is another name for Jesus.
Yeah, I would agree, because it refers to Israel in the plural, and Jesus is a singular individual.
I got you. Okay. So because I can't really defend the position of whether Jesus fulfills prophecies, is not really my area of expertise. Can I do you mind if I pivot slightly and ask you what you think of the Gospels themselves, like what Jesus taught and all that? Like, do you have an opinion on his life and whether you think it?
Some of it is good. A lot of it I don't agree with, especially the parts where Jesus told his disciples to observe the law of Moses. I disagree with that. I don't like when Jesus referred to a Syrophoenician woman as a dog. I didn't like that a bit at all. And I think that that's in the Matthew chapter 15 and Mark chapter 7. A Syrophoenician woman comes to Jesus asking for him to heal her daughter, because I think it's because her daughter was possessed. And Jesus said, "No, it's not right to give what belongs to the children to the dogs."
I really don't remember that one. I don't remember Jesus ever calling somebody a dog. I feel like I gotta look that one up. That doesn't jive.
Yeah, I can pull it up.
It's Mark 7, you said?
Yeah, Mark chapter 7. Here, I'll pull it up on the screen.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
It's when he's on his way back from Damascus.
Yeah. Where is it? There we are. Mark chapter 7. Let's see. From there he set out and went away to the region of Tyre. He entered a house and did not want anyone to know he was there, yet he could not escape notice. But a woman whose little daughter had an unclean spirit immediately heard about him, and she came and bowed down at his feet. Now the woman was a Gentile, a Syrophoenician origin. She begged him to cast the demon out of her daughter. He said to her, "Let the children be fed first, for it is not fair to take the children's food and throw it to the dogs." But she answered him, "Sir, even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs." Then he said to her, for saying that, you may go. The demon has left your daughter. When she went home, she found the child laying on the bed and the demon gone.
So he cast out the demon.
Yeah, but he still called her a dog. And she accepted her role as a dog.
Really?
And, yeah. I just read it.
Okay. I do not agree with your interpretation of that. Sorry.
What in the text would lead you to think otherwise?
It sounds like you think he was insulting her, and
is it an insult to call someone a dog?
That is not what he did right there.
Wait a minute. Let the children be fed first.
He made an analogy. He was not trying to insult her.
And the analogy plants her as being the dog.
Okay.
That's insulting.
I can't make you accept my interpretation of that.
Well,
we're gonna have to agree
because you're just saying nuh-uh.
Yeah, I don't agree with your assessment there.
Give me a reason.
Because he was not in doing the analogy. He was not trying to say, "Oh yeah, your child is a dog." He was making an analogy that was not meant to insult.
Who's the dog? When he says, "Let the children be fed first," for it is not fair to take the children food and throw it to the dogs. Who's supposed to be the dog in this analogy?
Okay, hold on a second. Let me read this again. I'm not understanding your point. How is he calling her a dog?
I'll start from the beginning. From there, he set out and went away to the region of Tyre. He entered a house and did not want anyone to know he was there, yet he could not escape notice. But a woman whose little daughter had an unclean spirit immediately heard about him, and she came and bowed down at his feet. Now the woman was a Gentile, of Syrophoenician origin. She begged him to cast the demon out of her daughter. He said to her, "Let the children be fed first, for it is not fair to take the children's food and throw it to the dogs." But she answered him, "Sir, even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs." Then he said to her, "For saying that, you may go. The demon has left your daughter." And when she went home, she found the child laying on the bed and the demon gone. So in Jesus's little analogy there, who's supposed to be the dog?
Well, first off, her own mother would be calling her the dog.
No, it's not.
I think the point that Jesus is getting. Can I answer?
Yeah, who's the dog?
I think the point that Jesus is making.
Before you tell me the point,
can I finish my sentence?
Before you tell us the point, just tell us who the dog is.
Can I please just? I'm not trying. I swear I'm not trying to dodge this.
You can explain it.
This is the way that I'm.
You can explain it after you tell me who the dog is in the analogy.
He is not trying to say she's a dog. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that.
Then who is the dog?
That's not what. Look, I can explain it. You got to give me a second here.
No.
So what Jesus is saying, the woman.
Fun fact: no means no. You can explain it after you tell us who the dog is. Then you can explain it. That is the hard rule that I'm setting right now. I know Christian men have trouble with boundaries and with consent, but no means no. So you will first tell us who the dog is, and then you can explain it to us.
He is not calling her a dog, so I don't agree.
Who is he calling a dog?
He's not doing that.
Who's the dog?
And muting me doesn't make me right.
Who's the dog?
Can you
no.
Adjust the text to pull it to make it more visible?
Do what to the text?
Is that possible, Dalton? Just I guess it's cut off on the side of the screen.
Oh, to the left or to the right?
It's cut off on the right side. So it says he said to.
Like this?
Yeah, other way.
All right. Like this?
Yeah. Okay. She begged him to cast out the demon. He said to her, "Let the children be fed first." What does that mean? Let the children be fed first. Fed what?
The food.
Okay.
And what does that
Or
represent?
it is not fair to take the children's. Great. Yeah. What does that represent?
Who do the children represent?
I don't think he's drawing an analogy to that.
It's an analogy for something. He didn't just say something random that had no meaning. Jesus doesn't say things randomly in the text. When Jesus says something, it has a meaning. So who is the child? Who is the child in the analogy?
Well, I imagine that this is Walking Dead.
Let the children be fed. So first off, he just says, "Let the children be fed." So that doesn't mean anything yet.
Walking Dead. I imagine that this is probably like a difficult thing to do because you're looking at Jesus as the paradigm of perfection.
Stop patronizing me, dude.
I am not. I haven't even spoke yet. Like, you don't even know what my disposition is. I'm telling you that I imagine it is probably difficult to look at a text that paints Jesus in a non-perfect light. You understand what I'm saying?
Wrong. Am I allowed to think that? I mean, like, under what world do I have to agree with you?
You don't have to agree, but it would be dishonest. That's what I'm saying. Let the children be fed first.
So who are the children?
Let the children be. Who are the children?
Hey guys, this has been a great conversation. Are we moving on, or am I leaving?
Oh, I mean, you can run away if you want.
I don't agree with you, and I'm sorry. I've said what I have to say.
You're refusing to engage with the allegory that Jesus gave. You can run away if you want. But everyone's going to see.
You want a good conversation.
Everyone here.
I think you guys are being very intellectually dishonest.
No, you're the only one who's being intellectually dishonest. You're running right now, and everyone will see that you're running because you don't want to engage with what Jesus is actually saying. You're incapable. You're incapable of telling me who the child is and who the dog is in the analogy. You can say whatever you want. I don't care. You're the one who's not engaging. Okay. But go ahead.
No,
run.
I'm not agreeing. There's a difference.
Nope, you won't engage. You won't tell me who the child is. Tell me who the child is.
You're
tell me who the child is. Tell me who the child is. Tell me who the child is.
No.
I will keep asking you until you either run away or we get an answer from you. Who is the child? Who is the dog? He's not talking about literal children and literal dogs. That would make no sense in the context of the situation. A Gentile woman comes to a Jewish man asking for a healing, for an exorcism. Jewish man says to Gentile woman, it's not right to give the food that belongs to the children to dogs. What is that about? What is that supposed to mean? Who is the child and who is the dog?
Jesus did not call the kid a dog. Sorry.
Then who is he calling a dog? Who?
No.
Who?
Is the feed? Wait, let me just ask you: Is the feeding analogous? Is the feeding analogous to the healing? Walking Dead.
Can I explain what my interpretation is, or is that are you guys too scared to let me talk?
No.
Can I say it?
No.
Oh, okay. Then who's running?
You're
are running.
You refuse to answer my questions. You don't
want to hear me.
You don't get to make a fucking point until you answer my question. Sorry, this isn't your fucking show. When I ask a question, you answer it. And then I told you, after you answer my question, then you get to make your explanation. I made that very clear. And you're refusing to engage. You can either tell us who the child and the dog are in this analogy, then you can give your explanation.
In your version, in your interpretation,
not mine. I want to know in your interpretation who is the child and who is the dog.
Would you
who's running?
Dalton, would you can I for my own curiosity, can I hear what he wants to say? Would you be opposed to that? I just want to hear how he is interpreting this and why. I just want to understand why he's not able, because he's saying it's not an emotional response to Jesus being painted in a bad light. And I'm just curious, he's clearly, either he's being dishonest or he is clearly reading this in a much different way. And I out of pure curiosity, I'd like to know how he's reading it.
Because my co-host has asked, I will allow it.
Thanks, Dalton. Appreciate that.
I appreciate it. I look at this passage and Jesus says, hey, let the kids be fed first. Let's not let the food be wasted and given to the pets. And the woman says, hey, even crumbs are given to the dogs. The reason he responds positively to this is he points out that even the lowly among us do deserve to be fed and do deserve, to get their share. And he looks at her with compassion and says, "You know what? You are right, and for that reason, I'm going to save your daughter. I'm going to drive the demon out."
All right. So
okay?
now,
He's not calling,
so now that you've given
he's
your
not calling
explanation,
her a dog.
who's the dog?
No, not doing it, dude.
All right.
Not doing it.
Okay, coward.
That was not his point.
Bye,
I
coward.
tried. It's just so sad. Like it's just so clear. And thank you for doing that, Dalton. I appreciate it. Yeah. I just like, how is it possible that somebody can read that and not see the analogy? And by the way, like his interpretation is wrong based on the woman's response, that she argues with Jesus and she pushes back. She understands the analogy. She understands how Jesus is viewing her and her child, and she's immediately pushing back. Like,
yeah, he knew he was absolute fucked, because if he answered the question, by the way, he knows the answer. The child represents the children of Israel. The dogs would be the Gentiles, specifically here, the Syrophoenician woman. She's the dog, and the Jewish people are the children. Now, I can say this about Jesus. Luckily, I can say this at least. This is Jesus's first interaction with a non-Jewish person in the Gospel of Mark. And from here on out, Jesus starts doing things for Gentiles. Like, this interaction changes Jesus's mind in the story. But that doesn't change the fact that everyone here could clearly see that the dog in the analogy is the Syrophoenician woman and her daughter. And Guest refused to interact with that because he understood what would make Jesus look like, because he's dishonest. Yeah, clear as day. Just Matt Doss with the $2 says, opinion on neo-pronoun movements. I'm fine with it. Although sir isn't one of the neo-pronouns. Now, I'm not quite sure whether or not neo-pronouns really serve any real purpose. But if someone wants to use them, that's fine with me. But anyways. Hopefully we can get a Christian who wants to come up and isn't a coward and will talk to us. So everyone, make sure you tap that screen. We're not even at 10,000 likes yet. Everyone, make sure you tap that screen. Share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. I got a little bit spicy there. I hope that made everyone wet. So enjoy that. Anyways. Hey, the Bible guy, you doing okay today? I'm not, but I'm, you know, I'm pushing through it. Hi, friend.
Hi, how's it going?
It is going pretty good today. We've gotten some really good, and some good calls. I'm gonna clip that Syrophoenician guy tonight after the show is over. Syrophoenician guy, and then post that, because god damn, I thought I was being like pretty reasonable until he stopped answering questions.
That was 100% an emotional response. 100%.
Yeah, that's exactly. Clock that. It was like, yeah.
Kay says that was crazy the way he didn't want to face it. I know. He outright just at one point said no. At Ben Bloodworth with the what a cool last name, Ben Bloodworth. With the $4.99. It's amazing how the caller's attitude can change to Bilbo wanting the ring back with just a gentle prod against their worldview. No, sorry. No, when I was a kid and I saw the Fellowship of the Rings for the first time, and Bilbo's face morphs into that demonic looking thing, scared the shit out of me. But yeah, that's perfect. One moment a Christian's quite pleasant, and as soon as you give the smallest pushback that they don't have an answer for, suddenly it's that's so good. 200 people were overdose on drugs in the United States every day, but nobody needed God. They don't need God. There are much better support systems for them. You just fired him up by mentioning Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I do love Lord of the Rings. Although right now it's kind of a soft spot for me. HIV is not getting low, and low is getting higher and higher. Those are words. Kimberly just talks, she never engages. I'm getting that vibe. And the majority of them are religious anyways. That is true. The majority of people who are strung out on drugs are religious. I should know. My parents were religious and they were strung out on drugs when I was a kid. So that's that. Soft. No, I'm actually looking forward to the Colbert film, Home Slice. I'm sure Stephen Colbert will do fantastic making his Tom Bombadil film. He's an actual Lord of the Rings fan.
I'm getting a nose surgery in 2 days, and I'm kind of like
a what
freaking out
surgery?
about it. Deviated septum surgery, the same thing Quanta got.
Oh, wow. Is this a thing with scientists on TikTok? Is this a trend? Getting everyone getting their deviated septums fixed? I love it. But you will be 100% okay. You're tough. Ooh, you're cutting out.
Surgery is after getting like, can you hear me better?
Now I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, after getting 6 surgeries, I feel like I'm biding my time. I'm like every extra surgery I get.
Oh man. What exactly is a deviated septum and what does it do? Or not do?
So you have a thing of cartilage that attaches to something called your ethmoid bone
This one right
inside of
here.
your skull.
Yeah.
The ethmoid bone is a little bit deeper, and it actually, funnily enough, biologically speaking, it aligns in an almost uneven way with your nose. So a lot of people have something called a deviated septum, which occurs either after like a traumatic incident or just through development, where the cartilage deviates to one side or another, and as a result, all fruit does not heal everything. But as a result, you have like one side that's slightly smaller and one side that's slightly bigger, and then you also have fleshy masses called your turbinates, which help to capture and moisture your nasal cavity, capture like dirt and dust and stuff. And so when you have a deviated septum, the side that's a little larger tends to get exposed to more things like pollen, and your turbinates can get much larger. But it's a interesting way. It goes to show how our bodies aren't perfect because our ethmoid bone unevenly aligns with our skull.
We got ourselves a Rav appearance.
Who needs a haircut?
Now there's a face I can put to the look at here, Rav. This is gonna sound super fucking silly as hell. In my head, when I pictured you, I pictured Michael Skobac.
Who's Michael Skobac?
Rabbi Michael Skobac. The one who does Jews for Judaism? Rav? We'll give him a second to come back.
Yeah, I'm looking him up. I don't know.
Oh, here. I'll just bring up a picture of him.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Rabbi. When I was deconstructing, my Rabbi Skobac was one of the people I would learn from. Rabbi Michael Skobac.
That's so funny. The rabbi that I have is so funny. The looks like he's with Chabad.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But
oh my God, you look exactly like him.
but like, because like when I was deconstructing, there were two main rabbis that I was learning from, and that was Rabbi Skobac and then Rabbi Singer.
My two rabbis, my favorite rabbis are Bradley Artson, who is like the head of process theology. He's like the the Jewish process theologian. He's also the former head of the Jewish Theological Seminary.
All right.
And well, I don't know if I can say I'll just leave it at Bradley Artson for now. I'll send you a message of some other people that I look up to.
Sure, absolutely. Snitch, all these people who are getting their deviated septums fixed, aren't we just so fearfully and wonderfully made?
It's crazy. When I was first teaching anatomy as a TA, because I'm a primary instructor for anatomy and physiology, that's like my role as a TA. And when I first saw an ethmoid bone and I aligned it up to the skull, I was like, why isn't this fitting? I'm like, and then I like asked my supervisor about it, and they're like, yeah, no, that's pretty normal. One side usually is like just slightly larger and from development, and it can contribute to deviated septums. So learn new things every day.
Liam says, bro has a script ready to copy and paste. Are you talking about me or Kimberly? I got my deviated septum fixed and it grew back, said show enough. Kimberly, you're more than welcome, because you keep like just saying shit in the comment. Oh yeah, that's what I thought, Liam. Kimberly, you're more than welcome to call up and just talk to me instead of like just spamming my comment section with a bunch of bullshit. I'm not reading your shit. You're just like taking up too much space in the comment section, and I'm sure my audience is already tired of it. So you are more than welcome to come up and we can have a reasonable, rational discussion on Christianity. Same with you, Sonny, who just said Jesus is the way. Jesus is the way to believe things that aren't true. Guys, I'm totally going to get my merch sometime this year. We're going to get our Jesus is Dead shirt and Who's Your Bible Daddy?
Also, Sonny Sam reminds me of the serial Unalive, Son of Sam.
Son of Sam? I just think of Samael.
Oh, there you
go. Jesus is the way to lose 10% on your Sunday. Yeah, that's true.
More, because then you feel the guilt.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not giving enough. Sonny says, no, I am a child of God. No, you're not. But you're more than welcome to call up. Have a conversation with us. Kimberly just types into the void. I am getting that vibe from Kimberly. Anyways. So anyways, everyone make sure you're tap that screen. Do you think it's about time we did a restart? I say as I look at my non-existent watch. Okay. We're gonna do a quick restart, everyone, and hopefully we get some Christians who aren't cowards to come up and have a conversation with us. So we will see you all again in just a quick moment. Every time I'm about to end a live, that's when I get a bunch of Christians who want to just like do a little spiritual crop dusting on the live, like they think that, I don't know. I would love someone to study the psychology of these kind of Christians, but the Christians who like, as soon as you're about to end your live or you're about to end your stream on YouTube, they feel the incessant need to like type in things like Jesus is Lord, as if like typing it will somehow make it more true. Like it's like watching a dog piss all over your tire. Because they think that if they do so, they'll be marking their territory and they'll be winning. But no, you just look silly when you do something like that. And we call it spiritual crop dusting. They got to say their magic spells they've been taught. Yeah, that seems to be the case. They think they get brownie points with their God. Yeah, maybe. Ella, under my umbrella, Ella.
That was my favorite song when I was a kid.
Was it really? You're like, yes.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, that's actually just my nickname. My real, my first name, obviously not going to say my full name and like my social and all that shit.
Yeah.
But my My first name is Emanuela. So every time you say Emmanuel, I like perk up because it's like, it's not a name you always expect.
That's the first time I've ever heard a feminized form of the name Emmanuel.
Yep, a lot of people tell me that.
That's interesting. I actually kind of like it. There are a couple names that like I have picked out, like if I ever had like a daughter, and they're like, I like the names that end with like an ah sound. So I like Aurora or Cassandra or Alexandria. These are names that I quite like. Although the one that I also like is Rose, but not Rosa. Unworthy slave for Christ says Jesus is king. Prove it. Like, again, I don't understand what you Christians think you're actually accomplishing when you just yell out into the void, Jesus is king. Like, are you under the assumption that if you say it enough times, we'll just believe it? We won't. Unless you can demonstrate that Jesus was in fact a king who legislated law over the people of Israel, then he wasn't a fucking king, no matter how many times you say it into the void. Oh God, they're here. I always hear them get roasted on Thinkers Live. Hell yeah, love that. They get points on the board with their silly guy in the sky. What else? Because Christians are selfish. It's about them and their reward. Yeah. I wonder how many people would remain Christian if they did not have a fear of the afterlife. If they weren't afraid of hell, how many of them would continue in the faith? We'll never, I mean, they can say they would, but in reality, we'll never know because we don't have access to that timeline. When Christians spew their fantasy, their social credit raises. Marcus says, I am Marcus, not Christian. My brother is Damien. That's why I stayed Christian for a while. I know, like, universalism was my last step out the door for Christianity. And for anyone who doesn't know, universalism is the belief that in the end, everyone will be saved. Why did I believe that? Because it made rational sense. If God is all powerful and all knowing and all good, then everyone should be saved in the end. Because if God's all good, then he should desire that all should be saved. Which it says in 1 Timothy 2, verse 4, I think, that God desires that all should be saved and come to the knowledge of the truth. And if he's all knowing, then he knows exactly how to bring about that desired end. And if he's all powerful, he can bring about the desired end. And before the Christians in the comment section start rattling off about free will, guess what? If God's all knowing, he knows how to save everyone without affecting free will. So, checkmate. Also, Paul would say things like, you know, if anyone confesses that Jesus Christ is Lord, then they will be saved. But he also says that in the last days, every knee will bow and every tongue will confess Jesus Christ is Lord. So, syllogism, if you say Jesus Christ is Lord, you will be saved. Everyone will confess Jesus Christ is Lord. Conclusion, everyone will be saved. God can know anything that is possible. Well, does he know what is actual, what will actually be? If not, then he's not all knowing. King Emmanuel says, you are misquoting the whole thing. King Emmanuel, no one here trusts your ability to accurately relate what's in the Bible. Not after the last roasting I gave you. But you're more than welcome to come up so I can do it again. What are they doing with their tongues on their knees? You roasted yourself? Nice projection, homie. Sean Griffin says, love you, Dalton. I love you too, Sean Griffin. We had someone out here for a second, but then they disappeared. God is too busy creating a stone that he can't lift to worry about people. Oh, we got a Blitz raid. Fantastic. Hello to all the Blitz raiders. Blitzkrieg. The free will argument is bunk. Does Moses lose free will? Did Job? Did the disciples? Nope. Yeah. Look at all these Blitz people coming in. Lovely to see you all here. Make yourselves at home. Get nice and comfortable. Get your booties up in there and get nice and snug. And if you're a Christian, call on up. Let's have a conversation about why should I, the Bible guy, become a Christian. Hello, lovely Lou. Good to see you. You heard somebody testimony and you didn't see that. Wait, what? Here, I'm gonna do the old lady meme. Wait a second. Wait a minute. You heard somebody testimony and you didn't see that's your problem. Oh, I see what you're trying to say. Someone presented their testimony to me and that didn't convince me, and that's my problem. No. That's the problem one of the person giving the testimony. Sorry that your story is bullshit and not convincing. Two, that's the problem of God if that's the best he can do. Maybe God needs to give people more convincing testimonies. No, your problem is you didn't go see. I did go see Tiffany. In fact, Tiffany, fun fucking fact. Ex-Christian. For the majority of my life, Christian. Because you choose one of 3,000 gods to put your money on. I didn't choose who to put on the money. Also, why do you think it's Yahweh who's on the American currency? It just says God. That could be Yahweh. It could also be El from Canaan. Or, more likely than not, it's probably just a reference to like a deistic god. But again, who my government puts on the money doesn't tell me jack shit about the real world. Supposed to believe that God's with him? I didn't, Tiffany, that's an incomplete sentence. Tiffany, would you like to come up and talk with me? Did you manage to watch Russell and Ian's debate? No, I was sort of stuck in bed last night. I was super depressed. So I didn't do much last night. But like I said, this morning I broke my diet and I ate my feelings away. And I've been watching funny stuff on TikTok, on YouTube to cope. But I'm here with you guys and I'm having a great time. Kyle says, what is God? Depends on who you ask. Says it's a socially constructed idea. What was that, Ella?
I was just about to say, what kind of what have you been like watching and eating?
I got Pizza Hut today, and I bought.
Hell yeah!
I bought 2 medium pizzas, some boneless wings, and some cheese sticks. I didn't just buy it for myself. I also wanted to make sure that my mom had something to eat today. But I watched Smosh. That's when I watched to make myself laugh. Do you know what Smosh is?
No.
Oh, they're hilarious. They're like a comedy skit group. Yeah. To everyone who loves Smosh, you tell me who your favorite cast member is on Smosh. Mine is Shane Top and Courtney together. Smosh is goated. Yep. Bro, I haven't seen Smosh in years. Dude, they're in their golden era right now. It used to be Anthony. Anthony's back. Just so everyone knows. And Medusa says, Damien, I get that. Did you guys know that Damien Haas is one of the voice actors in Starfield? He played Heller from Argos Extractors. Anagard. He's a very good, renowned voice actor. If you don't know who Shane Top is, maybe you know him from iCarly as Carly from iCarly, right? All right. Jake does atheism. I'm guessing that Jake is an atheist. Hello, Jake.
Hello.
Welcome to the live, bud.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. What brings you up, my friend?
Your Starfield comment. Who did you say played Heller?
Damien Haas.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, like I didn't even realize it either until one day I saw that Damien was doing a stream on Twitch and he was playing Starfield and he revealed, and now I can't unhear it.
Huh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense now that I'm thinking about it, because I just started a new playthrough, so yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
Fantastic. I'm level 152.
Holy crap. Yeah, I'm maybe like 15 on my new run.
And at house with the $5, we're behind you, Dalton. Don't get down. You fucking liar. I just checked. But anyways, I appreciate it. Anytime if there is anyone behind me, I hope they would say to me to get down just a little bit, you know? By the way, that's we all know secretly that Jesus is into pegging, because he said, and I quote, "Get behind me, Satan." All right, we're gonna talk
a blitz raid going on.
I know, lovely to blitz. Mwah. Love you, bud. Nielsen Smock, welcome back to the live. Just a reminder for me and for my audience, I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions. And then we'll get to the conversation. Are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, I'm 27.
And your pronouns were what?
He, him.
And you are a Christian, correct?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm an atheist.
Oh. Gee whiz, I forgot. My bad, bud. What brings you up?
No, I was hearing you talk about your fitness journey. I think I saw a video of you talking about
I remember you now. You live in France, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, I remember you. Bonjour, mon ami.
Bonjour.
What brings you up?
Croissant, buffet.
Oh my god.
Croissant, buffet,
and parfait.
Thank you. I'm an immigrant in France, so I speak better Dutch than French. I know how to speak Dutch and English and my language, but I also speak French, but not perfectly.
You probably speak it a lot better than I do, so you know.
Yeah.
There is that.
So, no, I saw a video of you talking about your fitness journey.
Talking about my what?
Your fitness journey. You said you're trying to lose weight.
Oh, yeah. I'm just trying to do it because I want to know what Christians will say to me once I'm not fat. Like, what insult will they hurl at me next? I want to know what the sequel is.
No, I don't. Fitness. It's not really hard. It's most of the time it's mostly mental. Like me, when I get off work, I work in construction. So when I come home, I will just eat something and leave straight away. If I stay too long at home, I won't go. So it's mostly mental. It's not the gym is not hard to go. I go to the gym maybe I stay 1 hour and I come home.
As I understand it, it's simply a matter of burning more calories than you consume, like math.
Yes, it's not hard.
It's literally just that.
Yeah.
I go to the gym. I stay 1 hour. Sometimes I stay 2 hours. It depends on my schedule, but I don't think it's hard. It's most of the time is any free time you get to stay 1 hour. And if you're starting the gym, the first few weeks, you just go maybe you to stay 30 minutes and you go come home. It's not you don't need to stay an entire hour or 2 hours. It's not a big thing. You go, you just do some cardio, you come home.
Yeah, I found a fun way for me to burn. I found a fun way for me to burn calories during the day. That way, it doesn't feel like exercise, but I'm definitely burning a lot of calories while doing it. And that's I have what's called an Oculus Quest, and I have a subscription to something called Fit XR, which basically gives you like it's like having like a virtual gym membership of sorts with personal trainers and stuff like that. And maybe it's just because I'm a bigger guy, but god damn, do I sweat my ass off while playing that game.
As Nish, I'm a big fan of yours.
Well, I appreciate that, Nielsen.
Nish.
And
Nish.
What was that?
Nish.
Snitch.
Snitch. Is this Snitch?
Oh yeah, there she is.
Thank you.
Wait a minute.
I'm a big fan of yours. I watch your content a lot when you correct people when they spread misinformation or something. My English, but yeah.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Okay, guys, have a nice night.
Oh, you too, bud. Au revoir.
Okay. Sorry.
Cabby says, what was that bullshit that Cabby was saying? Host was bullied in high school and now feels he has masculinity being Muslim. Guys, am I Muslim?
Can you drop me?
Oh yeah, I got you, bud. Am I Muslim now? When the fuck did that happen? Wait a minute. Here, let me consult with my let me consult with my drawing of the Prophet Muhammad, police be upon him. Hey, pedophile, did I become a Muslim anytime soon? Well, no, I didn't get any response from him on that. So I guess
you can't see it, by the way.
Oh,
yeah. It was almost like you held it just off screen so that we couldn't see it.
Well, now here, 1 second. There we go. Don't want you guys to see my code. Wait a minute.
You don't want to Charlie Hebdo situation.
There we go. There you go. So, anyways,
you're in big trouble now.
I think Cabby was just making up some bullshit to excuse the fact that I don't believe in his God. But anyways, and speaking, and Lucis OMF Dalton, it's excellent. Speaking of which, from @literally Lou with the $5 Good eye, mate. Hang in there, bestie. We love ya. Love you too, buddy. I hope you enjoyed that little accent. That's good. That drawing is impressive. Thank you. I just recently, for the first time since like 2020, have actually gotten back into doing art. In fact, I mean, I don't know. I lost my my mojo for quite some time, but recently got back into it. In fact, I guess I'll just show you guys while we're waiting for a Christian who's brave enough to come up. A recent piece that I made on Bible Guy After Dark. In fact, by the way, everyone, in the future, when I start doing Bible Guy After Dark shows, I'm probably going to do it on my backup account, where I will be renaming my backup account Just Dalton, and it'll just be like us hanging out and having a good time, without any obligation to do any debates or anything like that. Oopsie. Okay, here we go. Here I go again. Girls, what's my weakness? Men. There we go. There's one of my recent piece that I did. Anyways, I became a title gifter for the first time. Hey, Tiny Science, much appreciated, bud. Kimberly says hello, Cutie Pie. Hello, Kimberly. Who we drawing? This is just a face I did. It wasn't anyone in particular.
With a dastardly side eye.
That looks really good.
Oh, thank you very much. I love, yeah, guys. Like, I'm not very good at drawing a lot of things. The only thing I do like to draw is faces. They're just easier.
Oh, you mean like the second hardest thing in the world to do?
Yeah, except for like easier things, I have a hard time actually doodling. Everyone's got their strengths and weaknesses. But anyways, everyone, while this is still going on, everyone make sure you're tapping the screen. Tapping on a glass, waving through a min. Oh my gosh, Lou says, draw me like one of your French girls. Lou, you have no idea how many times I've been told that, especially in high school. And you know what? When I was in school, I took people up on it.
In rabbinical school, we were studying Rashi's comment on Genesis 1:1.
Yeah.
And he says the verse calls out Darshani.
Ooh, you're breaking
means
up.
like Drashmi. And in front of my entire rabbinic class. Oh shit. Hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Rashi says that Genesis 1:1 says calls out, which is like drop.
Every time you want to tell me, every time you want to tell me, you keep cutting.
What? Better?
It's like as soon as it says better, then I can hear you. Now? Here, start saying things, and we'll see if it goes out again.
Okay. When I was in rabbinical school.
So far, so good.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay. When I was in rabbinical school, we were studying Rashi's comment on Genesis 1:1.
Yeah.
And he says that it calls out Darshani, which means Drashmi. And in front of my entire rabbinic class and in front of the dean of the entire rabbinical school, I go, yeah, Drashmi, like one of your French girls. And it killed. It was so good. The teacher lost it. It was great.
That is good. I love that. Oh my gosh. That's fantastic. That was a big
Not
W.
sure it was worth the 10 times trying to tell it though.
No, it hit. It still hit. God damn, that's good. Gee whiz.
Was that Joel? Was that a Joel drawing up there?
No, where? The yellow?
Scroll back up.
Wait a minute.
Scroll up. Or maybe scroll down slowly. Keep going. It was in the middle column. There, right there. Oh, I thought that was Joel right in the middle there.
That is an old
Not Joel.
That is a painting I made of Brendan Urie long ago.
Love it. So
yeah. This is one of my favorite ones I've done. I did it for a friend.
Awesome.
Yeah, Terrence says Robin Williams mention. Absolutely. I drew that when I found out about him. I'm telling Joel you said that, Rob.
Yeah. I had started watching Birdcage, and 5 minutes into watching the movie, I got the push notification that he had died. I still have not finished Birdcage.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, when I was I don't remember where I was when I first heard of Robin Williams passing, but when it happened, I went to this is going to be a little bit some Dalton lore, I guess. One second. Let me see. When Robin Williams passed away, I was working at Brookshire's, which is like a supermarket in Texas. It's probably elsewhere besides Texas, but anyways, and I found this Times magazine. This was published. It's covered in dust now. When Robin died, 2014. I got this magazine and I opened it up and I loved, like, I'd never purchased a Time magazine before. And like after that, I went on to buy more Time magazines. And every time I find one that's new, a new edition, I buy it. Yeah, I got one on great scientists. And this is when Stephen Hawking had just recently passed away. The science of Alzheimer's. 100 new scientific discoveries.
Is it like the special editions? Is that what you're getting?
They're just, I don't think they're special editions. They're just like that month's issue.
Do you have
I got one on the science of marriage. Let's see. Founding fathers. One of these days I'll get around to actually reading these things. I don't read them. I just buy them just to have them.
I very recently found out that there was a bunch of textbooks being given away because at my university they're moving into a new building for my department. And so I just wanted to show these off because I'm so happy I got them. I've got this book right here. So this is, I believe, the 10th edition. And so my partner has been having issues with his knees, so I got that for him. Then I also got this one. This is such a good freaking book. If you want to know more about skeletal muscle, that book is it. It is so freaking good. And then
as she scurries along.
We have, where's my textbooks? There's my textbooks. So I recently organized my loose leaves. So I have 2 physics and chemistry books. Then I have the Essential of Pathology. I have this because my partner really likes biomechanics. Then there is, this is just from my old classes. We've got Human Physiology, Motor Learning, Basics in Biomechanics, which is my old textbook, as well as my new textbook as well. And then I also have some physiology, like, flat books as well, which are really cool, if I can find them. I don't remember where, oh, there they are, right here. And this is what my class has been using to dissect humans. So we've got an atlas of the human body as well. I got so many textbooks. You should have seen me coming back home from that. It was so fun.
I do have one textbook. It's a high school physics textbook, and my friend, my ex roommate, had, recently, this is a long time ago, recently graduated from school, and he still had his textbook and never gave it back. And he didn't plan to, so I just took it because I was like, I'll read this so I can catch up on the things I didn't pay attention to in school. By the way, this painting is a painting I did around 2020. I'd just gotten through a breakup, and the painting is an image of a woman, and she's crying by the riverside because her lover has recently passed, and he's there as a spirit. He can see her. He can't interact with her. She can't see him. They're both grieving. So that's what that's a painting of. I also got this one, which is Star Wars. Well, fuck you, TikTok, for taking away my live visibility. But anyways, Star Wars. And then the science of sleep. This one was a 5 years later edition for Robin Williams. Obviously I had to get that because, throwback. Oh, here we go. I got one on cats. I kind of understand now why some people think I have autism. Anyways, this one I should actually probably read this one. The Science of Exercise. There you go. Free,
oh my god, that's so cool.
Free joke for the Christians. Anyways, I should probably read this one.
I highly recommend. There's, I believe, an exercise science book by either Lippincott and Williams or one of the guys from Wolf Cults or whatever. I'm naming off journal names, but I don't remember them by heart. They have really good exercise science textbooks if you're ever interested.
And then I got Jesus, which is interesting. And then, of course, the new Jesus of Christianity being Donald Trump. I got one of him too. So, that's basically the same guy according to MAGA, right? I'm sorry,
What
guys.
year is that one?
What
year is that Donald Trump one?
The Donald Trump one. When did I buy this? It must have been a long time ago. It says 47th president. So when did I buy this? There has to be a date somewhere in here, right? I'm guessing.
Who's the author of the article?
The author? Let's see. Is it just one art? I know there's like a bunch of articles in here, right? Erica Cortellessa is in there.
That's my friend from high school.
No way. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
He's a
wild.
good friend of mine. Yeah.
But yeah, I think this copy may have been 2024 is what I'm gathering from all the dates in it. But yeah, those are my Time magazines that I collect, and I don't go out very often anymore, but you know, as soon as I see another one, I'll buy it, obviously. Oh, man. All right. I'm about ready to start showing you guys my other stuff, I guess. But anyways, I also like staying home. Yeah, it's the way to go. Anyways, Christians, come on up. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. I'm called the Bible guy. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in the Bible, but you are more than welcome to call on up and have a conversation with us. I promise I don't bite hard unless you ask. So anyways, there's that. I don't wonder it takes Dalton so long to move, packing and unpacking his mags. Yeah. What's the safe word? Pineapple. It's always pineapple. The safe word is harder, please. Anyways, we have from another super chat from, oh, I guess I gotta move it up to the, there we go. What the hell? How the fuck did I move that? Okay. Oh, fuck it. Anyways, at Game Master Flash with the $10, Dusty, the Bible fella, we totally saw your code. Change it. No, you didn't. Nice try, buddy. And at NB with the $5, draw Yowie, please. Draw Yowie. I love drawing Yowie. I need to draw Yowie. I can't imagine a day not drawing Yowie. My boyfriend thinks I'm sick when I don't. Okay, NB. Okay. Probably won't draw any Yowie, but hentai? Maybe. Anyways, yeah, that's the painting I did of a Lily. Enough with all that, though. All right, let's see. I never go out, but since I'm turning 30 soon, I'm trying to live my life. Yeah. I probably would go out more, but my vehicle is currently out of commission. I'm saving up for a new car right now. I'm gonna buy a car for the first time because of y'all and y'all's help and y'all's donations and stuff like that. And it's gonna be the first time I've ever had a car that I'll be able to drive from point A to point B and not worry about it breaking down. It's fantastic.
That sounds so amazing. What car are you thinking of getting?
It's probably something small. I like little tiny vehicles because I've got the opposite syndrome of the guys with giant tires or whatever. If I could choose, and I won't be able to afford this, but if I could, one day in the future, what I want to buy for myself is a self-driving car because I fucking hate driving. And in China, there's this one city in China. It's like the most technologically city in all of China. They have taxi cabs like Ubers that you can call that don't have drivers, and they drive excellently. They're able to get you from point A to point B. And I was thinking to myself is, what I wouldn't give to just sit in the back seat and twiddle around on my phone while my car takes me wherever I need to go. I think I don't like driving because I've never had a dependable vehicle. So driving always has brought me a sense of angst, anxiety. Justin has one, Lucid, I believe. He has a driving car, a self-driving car. Oh wow, I'm gonna have to ask him about that. I'm with you. I don't like driving either. Yeah.
Me and whenever we're going out and we see like somebody with a really big truck, me and Jackson always turn to each other and say, "We all know what size it is."
Love that. Love that. And at NB again with the $2. Yowie Yuri donations for your V room. What's a V room? Oh, for my room. All right. God damn it. Someone said Johnny Cab. Oh man, what a deep cut. Who knows Johnny Cab? Total Recall. Yeah,
I
watch.
only know anime.
Oh, you have to watch Total Recall. Perfect Recall. I don't have that. Yeah, watch his troll YouTube video. It's amazing. Whose troll YouTube video? Let's see. I like China. She is a very good friend. What? He won't help? Never liked him. I don't get the reference. But ha ha ha. Anyways. Man, you know what's really looking quite nice right about now? Japan.
You don't want that.
Apparently the living, like the houses are super cheap over there. But why don't I want
Housing
that?
is super cheap. Housing is super cheap, but there is no retirement.
No retirement.
Yeah, like there is not really much social security in that sense. I've heard there's a reason why the self-unaliving rates are really high over there. I've got a friend who lives over there, and they basically regret everything because of how expensive everything is in their currency and how low quote-unquote wages are.
Fine, I'll go to New
Family
Zealand.
responsibility. It comes down to family responsibility. Like that's what people take care of their families. Sorry.
Colette says our SSI is going to shit anyways. Lou says come to Australia. Oh man, I live in Australia Junior right now, which is Texas. So like I'm already used to the idea of it being super hot and all the wildlife wants to kill you. So Australia wouldn't be that big of a jump for me, to be honest.
That's my plan C. If I don't get into any American universities for my PhD and my current PI is not like still working at the same place, was Australia or the UK.
Lou says, come. And Lou, on the stream? Come on. This isn't that kind of channel. I'm not that desperate yet for money. Let's see. The wildlife in Australia is bigger than you too, though, not just deadlier. Oh yeah, I've seen the Goliath spider. Crazy. But you know what they do have? They got Robert Irwin. So big plus. Let's see. I'm on Louisiana, where we still live in the Jurassic era. That's that in Florida for sure. When you think of Australia, what's the first mental image that comes into y'all's brains? For me, it's the Sydney Opera House.
For me, it's a giant spider and poisonous jellyfish.
I also think of that giant mountain plateau thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Here, wait a minute. I'll just ask. Name of that big ass
Devil's Tower.
Mountain.
Devil's Tower.
Is that what it's called?
That is one.
It's called. I typed in that big ass mountain in Australia, Uluru.
No, it's not in Australia.
Uluru, Ayers Rock. Are you thinking about that giant, like, yeah, there you go, Uluru.
Tree stump?
Yeah, you're looking at that giant, like, tree stump thing, and that's in Nevada or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
Why is Dalton sad? He's not right now, because I'm with my friends. Paleo Media says, it turns out spiders anatomically cannot get bigger than they are now. Good. I'm okay with that. I'm not, but
I mean, in the past we had scorpions that were that big, though.
Yeah, no thank you. I have scorpions in my house. You cannot walk around barefooted in my house because of the scorpions. They help with the bugs. That is true, though. That is true. I don't kill, if I see the only thing I do kill is a scorpion. Otherwise, if I see a snake or a spider or something like that, I just try to remove them and take them outside. In the house? Yes, Felix. Scorpions in the house. And I opened up the shower to go take a shower, and there was one right there in the shower. Anyways, everyone make sure. Okay. Christians. I'm Dalton the Bible guy. I'm not a Christian. I'm an atheist. Why should I become a Christian? Come on up. There's 75 people in here. Statistically, some of you have got to be Christians, right? Right? Unless I've converted you all, in which case, welcome to the club. Flies are a different story. I have a special. That is true. I don't really care for flies all that much. I have a special
mosquitoes.
I have a special pew in my house just for flies. It's called a salt rifle. It literally just shoots out salt. Free wine on Sunday if you're Catholic. I'll tell you what. When I was Catholic, the wine that they had for Eucharist was delicious. Lou says, I want one. I wonder if I can even show it on stream without anything happening. Wait a minute. So this is what it looks like. And it cocks like this, and then and it just shoots out salt so that you can kill flies and stuff like that. I had one at the restaurant where I used to work, and sometimes when it was slow and we had nothing to do, we just shoot each other with it, which hurt like a son of a bitch. But it is what it is. Was I a good employee? Yes, but I also hated my job. There's a video because I used to actually I don't really drink all that often anymore. I used to drink a lot when I worked there. I hated my job so much. And there's a video I have on my phone. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can I just like to pour my heart out to people, don't I? Sorry. Where did I put my phone at? Earphone. I wasn't talking to you, my darling. Hi. All right. But I do love you. Oh. One of the audience members was calling me so I could find my phone. That's so funny. That's fantastic. Now there's a video of me at my old job. Let's see if I can find it and show you guys. God damn, where did I put that video at? Oh, there it is. It's only 5 seconds long. Let me see. Billy, thank you for the call. Unable to send? That's some bullshit. Anyways, I guess I'll just show it to you. I mean, it's a video of my friends and me at work, and one of them says, "We drink at work," and then the camera just pans over and there's me on the back cooking, and I look at the camera and I go, "I drink at work." But anyways. Facts. Anyways, it's kind of slow right now, and we're not getting any Christians, so maybe I'll do one more restart. And you would be fun to hang with at work. Hey, Dr. Pepper and rum, that was my drink of choice. And was I fun at work? Sometimes, yes. But anyways, yeah, let's do a quick restart, and I'll see you fine folks in just a quick second. All right. I guess while YouTube is off, I'll tell you guys the dealing with heartbreak. That's the thing that's caused my depression. And I'm doing everything I can not to resort to just drinking away my sorrows. But I've got you wonderful people here. Speaking of you wonderful people, at Game Master Flash with the $5. We saw the code on the YouTube, not TikTok. No troll. Oh, watch the VOD. Oh, all right. Yeah. Well, good thing you guys don't have access to my iPhone, my iPad, so there's nothing you can do to access it anyways, I suppose. But thanks for the update. Oh man. That's funny. Nini Baba says woohoo, and Functional High says you or yo. Same thing. All right, everyone, let's tap that screen, get us up to 10K likes, and hopefully we'll get some opposition in here to come and talk to us about why I, the Bible guy, should be a Christian. Oh, whoops, didn't realize we hit a restart. Was I on a work call? Well, Tehran, welcome back. Jake Does Atheism says Bibble, 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 Babble, Bibble, Bibble, Babble, 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 Bibble, 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 Babble. Anyways, random question, but what other topics do you feel like you could discuss thoroughly outside of this? Why I should be a Christian? Generally, anything to deal with the Bible. Anything dealing with the Bible in particular. In fact, maybe I'll just do this, and hopefully this will bring in some opposition. That way, look at that. Pick your own poison, folks. Come on up. We have 7 different topics you can pick from. For me, it is women's wrestling. LO, such a rant. Oh, you mean like what could I talk about that would not like debating stuff, but like what can I just talk about in general? I could talk about Elder Scrolls and Starfield lore. Doctor Who, Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Just your basic nerd shit. Gotta get your namer tag. My namer tag is my actual real world name, so I probably need to change that. If I ever do like Twitch gaming and stuff for you guys, I'll probably have to change some of my info on my PlayStation and Xbox. Yeah, oh yeah, I've shared with Lou. Lou's seen a bunch of my like I was doing like you should play Subnautica 2 with me. It's cool. Co-op? Maybe I will, Lou. Maybe I will. But I was doing Skyrim on my PC and modding the fuck out of it and sharing my mod list with Lou. Maybe I'll force you. Gee whiz, Lou. Oh man, I heard a lot of good things about it. Love Skyrim. Me too. Love it to bits. I probably played that game more than I played any game in my whole life. I started playing Skyrim 1 month after it came out. I got it for Christmas Day in 2011 and played it for years, pretty much until Starfield came out. I was consistently playing Skyrim. Nini Baba says that's how Fallout was for me, but also played Skyrim. Nice. Bethesda, gotta love them. Some people hate on them. I love them. What's the reasoning for such strict purity culture in Christianity? So it's mostly based on Paul and Paul's works. Paul had a very specific sense of purity based on like Greco-Roman philosophy, not necessarily based on the Hebrew Bible. And that sort of purity law that Paul was proposing became standardized in Christianity because Paul's version of Christianity is the one that won out in the end.
That brings up something else I wanted to talk to you about that I don't think we talk enough about the two versions of Christianity that exist, especially in America. There's the Enlightenment Christianity of deistic sort of perspective, but there's the puritanical, the people. Do you know how the Puritans are taught in England?
How?
By any chance? They're taught as religious zealots that were trying to take over British government. And we are taught in America that they were seeking religious freedom here.
Really?
And, like, if you remember, like the Pilgrims and the Puritans, like, we're taught that they were like seeking religious freedom. But in reality, they were religious zealots that were trying to create a theocracy. And so we get this purity culture comes from the Puritan stream, which is like the working, the agricultural sort of, like 'tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free. That's the kind of Quaker and Shaker theme. But these are all like the Baptists and the evangelicals and what do you call them? The Seventh-day Adventists, the Pentecostals, is what I was trying to say. Like, this is all from that puritanical stream, and the people of like Massachusetts who are like liberal-minded, but still Christian, but like rational and successful and business-oriented, are all of the deist Enlightenment ilk. And so you have these sort of two different Christianities, and I don't think we talk about that enough.
Someone said Rabbi Tom Hanks is correct. Oh God!
Somebody, I think it was Heather's Descent, called me Tim Honks, and I appreciate that. Like Timu Hanks.
Love that. Little boy Roy says, "Hey, big boy, ready for some physical training? I can get you to 50 push-ups, stolen valor." I don't have any stolen valor. Are you projecting any here, little boy Roy? Also, I don't need your fucking help. You're delusional. Anyways, if Han Hus was successful, I think Protestantism. Oh, I guess that's Jean Hus. I said Han. I think Protestantism would have been a bit different. Alpo says, Sergeant Roy, I will begin to work out if you record yourself doing a skip.
Sergeant Roy is the least honest interlocutor that I've ever engaged with. Like, most consistently wrong and full-chestedly wrong.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, to be honest. Coda is arguing about the gospel authors again on another live. Who's Coda?
Coda is one of those Greek Orthodox Phil bros.
Oh, the ones that don't actually read the Bible? What is he fucking talking about it for?
He's talking about grounding.
Oh, they love grounding. The way I ground things is in my coffee grounder. He loudly, yeah, exactly, Arcana. Loudly wrong. All right, we got a guest here. El Llama. El Llama, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
It.
It? You're not a person?
She, it.
She, it? Well, I guess she is a pronoun for a person, so there we go. And a young lady, what are you a Christian?
Yes.
All right. Tell me, ma'am, why should I which one of the 7 topics on the board would you like to discuss?
6.
Number 6. Is God good?
Yes.
Okay, why should I think God is good?
Because
they never want to talk about the Bible. Yeah.
Because
anyways,
he knows that. Okay, so am I able to speak or?
Yes, ma'am. Go on.
Okay, so whenever babies are born with cancer, they deserve it.
No.
Because
give me a reason to think that's true.
Yeah, so God knows exactly what that child's gonna do, and so He has to kill it, smash it sometimes against stones.
Prove that.
What do you mean, prove it?
Prove it. Don't just say shit. Prove it.
Yeah, listen. Have you ever reincarnated?
Listen, Linda. Listen,
Been
no,
born again?
no,
Huh?
because
no. So you don't know what I'm talking about.
Whoa, lady, chill out. So reincarnation's not a thing unless you can prove that it is a thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so listen. So you are fat and ugly because God.
I'm fat and ugly. Maybe
you
here. Let's let the audience decide.
You're gonna get a heart attack.
God damn. Who in here would jump the Bible guy's bones?
Arteries. You're gonna get. You're.
He just advocated for child cancer as a just thing.
You deserve it.
And you're fat and you're fat and ugly.
You deserve it.
Man,
you deserve everything.
Oh, God.
You deserve.
Elle, you're so embarrassing.
Oh my God.
Elle,
you're not gonna let me.
And he thinks he's an Anunnaki, by the way. He thinks he's an Anunnaki too. That's
so you deserve it. Yeah, fuck you, nigger.
Oh, bye, piece of shit.
There it is. There it is.
God. What an emotional piece of shit. Yeah. Anyways, I'll be thinner in a month and you'll still be a cunt in a month. We know how it goes.
Nice Chamberlain reference. Not Chamberlain. Why am I so stupid today? Who's the PM of England during World War II?
Oh, it's Churchill.
Churchill. Chamberlain was the idiot that wouldn't go in. But Churchill, the interviewer said, Churchill, you're drunk. He goes, yes, I am drunk and you are ugly. And in the morning I will be sober and you will still be ugly.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to reference Churchill, but it's nice to know that Churchill and I think alike, I suppose. I don't know anything about Churchill other than what I've seen on Doctor Who. And even then, I guess some of my facts are skewed because I'm pretty sure Churchill never had a Dalek in his possession. I'm just guessing.
Dalek.
Yeah. Exterminate. Anyways, I blocked El Llama because they're a piece of shit. But anyways, Gavin. Hopefully, Gavin will be a more well-rounded moral individual than El Llama was. So, Gavin, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation.
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you at least 18 years old?
Am I what? I'm 25.
Okay. And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
Nah, hell no.
Oh, okay. What are you?
I guess you could consider me an atheist.
Oh, okay. Well, what brings you up?
I don't know. Are you a Christian? Are you trying to prove that God is real or what?
I'm an atheist.
Oh, I thought you were one of those guys trying to say that God is real. Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah, no. I don't say God is real. I say God Palestine. No, just kidding. But anyways, but no,
okay. My fault.
Yeah, you're good. Anyways, have a good day, bud.
Hey, use milk.
SD says God is real. Well, SD, you're more than welcome to come up and give us evidence for your God being real. Go ahead. Come on. Let's be having that conversation. Churchill was prime minister when you were born, says Babs Barrett. Nice. No, I can't talk. I figured as much. They never can. Why can't people read? Most of the people who aren't able to read. Was Psalm 22 fulfilled? Well, Psalm 22 is not a prophecy, so there's nothing to fulfill. But James, I'm more than happy to have you come up, and we can have a conversation about that. Psalm 22, the superscription of Psalm 22 tells you who the psalm is for. It says, La David. If they only chirp in the chat, then they can ignore the challenges. That is true. That is true. How does one fulfill a song? That's the question I would like to have known. What was the Cat in the Hat fulfilled? Right, exactly. Asking me if the songs were fulfilled is like asking me if a haiku is fulfilled. They're ashamed of Jesus? Probably. All right, we got here Theist Zay. Theist Zay, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Indeed, I am.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And question number 3, are you a Christian?
I'm a theist.
What kind?
A classical one.
Does this classical theist belong to any particular religion?
I mean, sure, but
and that religion would be
monotheism.
Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. There's lots of monotheistic religions. Are you Muslim?
No, it's just strict monotheism.
Are you Jewish?
No, I'm advocating for strict monotheism.
Well, I don't know of any other religions besides Islam and Judaism that advocate for strict monotheism.
Strict monotheism just means there's just one God.
Is it Zoroaster?
Zoroastrian has 2 gods. You're saying that there is one God of one truth without these religious are of this one truth.
Does it have a name? Does it have a name?
Of course.
What is its name?
Well, I cash out the name to be a certain set of titles.
Why are Christians so afraid to tell me they're Christians?
What? I'm saying I'm more classical here.
Yes or no? Is Jesus of Nazareth the Messiah, the Son of God?
You really interested into Jesus? What about God's existence?
Yes or no? Is Jesus the Messiah and the Son of God?
Oh, it's a tag. He's running a tag. That's what he's doing. He's avoiding it.
The reason he's avoiding saying which God he worships because he doesn't want the baggage of the Bible and Christianity. He just wants to pretend he's some sort of classical theist and not like he wants to ignore the fact that he's also believes in the Bible. But
well, I hear you. What's your name? How do I address you, brother?
Dalton. So
Dalton, that's a beautiful name, by the way. But I'd rather have you address me as opposed to addressing me in third person. It makes more sense.
Well, I'm not talking to you, so I don't have to talk in first person.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're having a conversation.
Is Jesus the Messiah? Is Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God?
But I don't understand how that's relevant to you right now.
Deny me before men, and I will deny you before my Father in heaven. Is Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God?
Let me speak to you for a second.
No.
Just chill with the script.
No.
And this is why.
Is Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God?
Whether he is or isn't, that doesn't convince you if you're an atheist.
Is Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God?
Yo, he's clearly scared, man. If this is how you debate, I'll just leave.
I feel like you're scared. Like you're the second person today who refused.
This is why no one wants to debate.
Run away. And also have fun when Jesus denies you.
I'm not running. You're muting me. You're just muting me.
No, you're running away.
You're not willing to have a conversation.
If you refuse
to over talking,
no.
You're doing a safety tactic.
No, this is not a safety tactic. I'm showing the audience something that Phil bros like yourself are terrified of the Bible and of your religion. Just admit you're a fucking Christian and we could have already had the conversation.
How am I a Phil, bro?
Engage. Is Jesus the Messiah, the Son of... And by the way, if you leave, that will be you running. Is Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God?
Well, I'm telling you the conditionals if you keep muting me.
Yes or no, is Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God? I've already set my conditionals. You walk away, you're a runner. Is Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God?
This is why no one's debating.
Is Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God? No one gives a shit about your meta. That's fine. We'll just ignore you until you talk. Anyways, Sticks, how are you doing today, friend?
Good, buddy. Good to see you.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how so many of these Christian Phil bros are so afraid? Oh, wait, are you about to answer the question now? Is Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God?
Why are you acting like a child? You're grown.
Yes or no?
Is Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God? Anyway, Sticks, isn't it crazy how these Christian Phil bros are so terrified of admitting they're Christians?
I'm terrified of admitting them a Christian. Where do you learn that from?
Well, if you refuse to answer the question of whether or not Jesus is Christ and the Son of God.
That's not.
So yes or no? It's a simple yes or no.
That's not even logically what that means.
You don't bring logic into this. No.
Don't bring logic.
This has nothing to do with logic. This is simply a matter of whether or not you are honest or dishonest. Now you will tell me.
You're being dishonest.
Is Jesus? I'm not being dishonest. I want to know from you if you're a coward or a Christian, although it might be both. Is Jesus the Christ, the Son of God? If you don't admit it, I'm going to assume that you're ashamed and that this is you just denying Jesus.
I don't care about your assumption.
Anyways, so Sticks, anything interesting happened to you today?
This is what.
No, this is about it.
You keep muting me, I'm gonna leave. I mean,
run away, bitch.
You're clearly scared.
I'm not scared of you.
He's clearly scared.
I will never
scared
be.
Of what? Why do people always say that? Why do people say scared? Scared of what? Scared of what?
You're nothing.
Scared of what?
I will never be afraid of someone who can't even answer a goddamn question. You're low tier.
All right, can I respond to you now?
Yeah, you can respond with yes or no. Is Jesus you can respond with yes or no. Is Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God?
Listen to this guy.
Guys, this Christian is afraid to admit that Jesus is the Messiah and the Son of God.
Can I respond to you?
You can respond with yes or no.
You're not going to dictate how I respond.
Yes, I am. It's my live.
You're really.
You've lost the right to speak freely. Guys, this Christian's terrified of admitting he's a Christian.
Why is that?
Because he knows that if he says yes, then any claim he makes, I'm going to bring back to the Bible. And because he hasn't read the Bible and can't talk about the Bible, all he can do is talk philosophy. He's going to get absolutely smoked.
I never read the Bible.
Sorry,
You've
that wasn't
never
a,
read the Bible?
I'm going to assume he hasn't until he answers the question of whether or not Jesus is the Christ and the Son of God.
Where does this idea of God come from? Where do you get this idea of God from?
From natural law.
Bullshit.
From natural law.
I just got rid of him. If you're, by the way, Jesus is going to deny him before God because he denied Jesus before man. So have fun burning in hell, you dumb son of a bitch.
Blasphemer.
Yeah.
A heretic. I've never seen a hairy tick before.
Yeah, anyways. That's a typical Christian, a Phil bro. Oh well. I would love to be able to talk to a Christian who can just answer questions and isn't afraid of their own religion. You're more than welcome to call back up, theist, but you have to answer the question. You don't get to come on my live and refuse to engage. Those are the rules.
That's the other thing. You're looking to talk to Christians. So if he's not a Christian, you're not really interested in talking to him.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to just some generic like theist. I want to talk to Christians. If you're not a Christian, then maybe you need to learn to fucking read and leave me the fuck alone.
Spirituality without scaffolding, like without any sort of grounding to it, doesn't make any sense. Like if you're just throwing this random God belief out there without any theology behind it, I don't understand that. I don't understand how people like bring that.
Are you a Christian?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
There we fucking go, everyone. We got there.
Are you an atheist?
We got there eventually. We fucking
Are you an atheist?
Hell yeah, brother.
Okay.
Anyways,
all right. Are
I'm
you an
Dylan,
atheist?
the Bible guy. Which one of the 7 questions on the board would you like to give us an answer for?
Is God good?
All right. Is God good?
Sure, yeah, of
Why
course.
should I believe God is good?
Because his essence is his existence.
Prove it.
Sure. So when we look at like we presumably want to cash out to say that there is such distinction, right? That
I'll let you handle this, Sticks.
Let him handle. I'm talking to you though.
No, now you're talking to Sticks.
That's how this conversation went.
Yeah.
You were just fear mongering, talking about I was so scared. Now you're just handing your battles to somebody else. Okay, that's how it works. I don't mind fighting.
I'm not terrified of you.
Yeah, take his fight.
I'm not terrified. Okay, listen. Listen, bitch. I'm not afraid of you. But if you're going to start engaging in philosophy, then I recognize, unlike you Christians, I recognize my shortcomings when I have them. I recognize that I'm not as adept in the field of philosophy as my good friend Sticks here. So, because my friend Sticks is adept in philosophy and you're engaging in philosophy, I'm going to hand you off over to someone on my panel who is a co-host and thus has as much authority in this live as I do. You get to talk to them now. So, go on, Sticks.
Of course. But you do know majority of your premises includes philosophical claims. He just has that on standby because you know he's dishonest. That's crazy. But all right, Sticks, can you hear me?
I can.
Sticks, do you recognize that majority of his premises includes philosophical background?
Yeah, look, if the host's primary focus is to talk about theology, obviously philosophy is going to be integrated within any sort of claim. But obviously, if we're going to be going down...
Do you think that's essential when he's asking, is God good?
He has a notion of what goodness is, and when he asked you, is God that
is
thing?
Is that notion somewhat philosophical, would you think?
It would be, yeah. Look, I don't know why you're crying about having to engage with someone else, right?
Wait,
you came up
he
on
can
a live.
ask questions, but when I'm asking questions,
there's other people already on the panel, right? Which means that you're on. I don't know if you're like new to TikTok, but sometimes when a host has co-hosts, those people engage. So I don't know why within this meta, why you're crying, right? Let's just engage with the substance.
Yeah. So start giving my friend Sticks. Start giving my friend Sticks the argument for why God is good, and stop whining like a little baby.
Why do they keep saying whining? It's whining when I ask you a question? What?
So you think God is good?
This guy bought a soundboard and it has baby sounds. Like, what the?
Bro, are we gonna do meta the entire time we're here?
I will give you this. I will give you one last opportunity. You will start engaging with Sticks on the conversation of why. Shut up. You will start engaging with Sticks on whether or not God is good, or I will just drop you and I will get rid of you, and we won't ever hear of your boring ass ever again.
You really
put the prize in the bag?
Bye, bitch. Today's not the day to fuck with me. Anyways. Also, Renaud, I'm not bringing you up because I don't believe you're not a minor. We've already talked before. Lathan says, "Thank fuck." Absolutely. Okay, this is another thing about Christians I don't understand. I already dropped Theist Zay twice, and they're back in my request box right now. Theist Zay, do you think I forgot who you are since the moment I dropped you? Do you think suddenly I will have a change of heart and I will bring you up? The answer is, fuck no, I won't. You refuse to engage with me about whether or not you were a Christian because you were terrified of the Bible. And then you refuse to engage with my friend Sticks here because you're a whiny little snowflake who all you want to do is talk meta. And you can go to your Philbro unfuckable friends and circle jerk each other and say, I want to debate with the Bible guy. You go ahead and do that. No one here's going to give a fuck. But you can just sit in my request box while we shit on the Bible. Have fun in there, bud. There are not great people everywhere. Oh, we got someone else here. No degree required. You're a returning guest. I'll talk with you. No degree required. Which one of the 7 topics on the board would you like to discuss with me?
I love the number 5. It's one of my favorites.
Does the Bible have fulfilled prophecy? All right. Do you think it does?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's start with just one.
Well, I think that Jesus himself mentioned several. One would be from Isaiah 53, where he says, you will be numbered with the transgressors. And he says, this has its fulfillment in me.
Well, that wasn't a prophecy. That's recounting something that already happened. That's when that's when the righteous remnant of Israel. Well, he's wrong. The text itself refers to this as happening already in the past. Now, the children of
Jesus is wrong?
Yes, the suffering servant of Isaiah 53 is the righteous remnant of Israel, and they suffered, and they were counted along with the transgressors. Like the people of Israel sinned, and then Nebuchadnezzar came in and sacked Jerusalem, killed a lot of people, and according to the prophet Ezekiel, the righteous were slayed by the sword along with the transgressors. So Jesus is wrong.
Mm-hmm. So when it says you will have your death with a rich man in your death, and then it talks about your generations will be cut off.
Well, you're using the wrong tenses. You're using the wrong tenses.
Got a bad translation.
Well, when was the righteous remnant cut off?
He made his grave with the wicked. What does the word made mean?
Well, I think he made indicating that Jesus was in full control of this.
Well,
I don't think the righteous remnant was make it because they weren't in control.
When did Jesus live in relationship to Isaiah 53? Before or after it was written?
After it was written.
But it doesn't say he will make his grave with the wicked. It says he made his grave with the wicked.
Well, I think when prophecy often kind of speaks like that. So I
it doesn't
take issue with that.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, in Revelation it speaks like that.
Well, we're not talking about the book of Revelation. We're talking about Hebrew prophecy. I don't care what the author of the book of Revelation says.
Prophecy as well.
It's not, but that's besides
Okay,
the
what
point.
I'm saying is that's why
Also,
I said
this is Hebrew.
like
This is Hebrew literature. So what some guy wrote in the late 1st century, maybe early 2nd century CE in a Greco-Roman setting, writing in Greek, has nothing to do with what did the prophets of Israel who spoke in Hebrew and lived long before the time of Jesus, how did they use grammar? And when they want to talk about the future, they say things like, he will gather his lambs. He will gather, not he did gather.
I would beg to differ.
All right, here, let's look at an actual prophecy of the future. Jeremiah chapter 23 says, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries, whither I have driven them, and I will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. See, that's how actual prophecy works. You speak about things that are yet to come.
When Jeremiah talks about the new covenant,
yeah, he doesn't say
that was future.
Yeah, he doesn't say I have made a new covenant. He says I will, because that's how prophecy actually works.
Yeah.
So when we
And
go
the
to
new covenant is with Jesus.
It's not.
Death, burial, and resurrection.
It's not. But anyways, Isaiah 53.
Well, that'd be another
but anyways,
prophecy.
Isaiah 53 speaks about this individual having already made their grave with the wicked. So because Jesus lived in the future and not in the past, this isn't about him.
Don't you think there's a lot of mental gymnastics required to make this about Israel, though?
No.
How do you know it's the
end of
how do you know it's the
52?
new,
What
no
was that
degree,
right?
how do you know it's the new covenant as opposed to just a new covenant? Like, how do you know it's the new covenant that Jeremiah 23 is talking about?
How do I
31,
know?
sorry. Yeah, how do you know it's
Because
the
I
new
believe this
covenant?
is one of the what Jesus fulfilled.
My God, so it's such a brain dead response.
Well, the reason why I believe that Isaiah 53
I know
is about
I know why you believe
Jesus-
it, because the New Testament says so. But
Twice,
like if I go and read the book of Isaiah, no degree, it's going to tell me over and over again explicitly who the servant is and who does the book tell me it is.
So, how would you respond to Isaiah 49 verse 6?
Yeah, that's referring to the prophet.
Could you read it out loud?
Yes, I will go ahead and read it out loud
For the audience.
And just so we're clear, we're going to look at not only the tenses, but also what kinds of pronouns are being used in the text. Because here on this channel, we don't ignore grammar. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. Listen to, I'm going to start in verse 1. Listen to me, O coastlands. What does the word me mean?
No, I said 49 verse 6. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
go ahead.
we're going to get to verse 6.
I think he's talking about God.
So he's referring to God using first person pronouns?
Yes, I think this prophecy is listen to me. But maybe I might be wrong. You'll have to read the rest of it there because I can't remember exactly what it said.
Pay attention, you peoples from afar. The Lord called me before I was born.
Yes.
That's not referring to God.
Okay, well, keep going.
If I write you a letter, let's say I wrote you a letter, and I said, listen to me, the Lord called me before I was born. Who am I talking about?
Well, you could be talking about a prophet, sure. You also could be talking about Jesus.
If I wrote to you and said, the Lord called me before I was born, who am I talking about?
Well, presumably, I would assume you were talking about yourself.
All right, and when the author of 2nd Isaiah writes here in Isaiah 49 verse 1, the Lord called me is what kind of pronoun is that?
I don't know.
First person singular.
It's first person singular pronoun.
Yeah, I'm not real good at these English thingies.
Yeah, it's okay. No degree required. No degree required.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you when you use a first person singular pronoun, the referent is to oneself. So I'm going to assume that this is the prophet who's saying this. Okay.
About Isaiah.
Well, not Isaiah, because this section of Isaiah wasn't written by Isaiah, but that's a different thing altogether. The author.
It was written by the prophet writing this, not Isaiah.
Yeah.
But whoever was writing it.
The prophet says about themselves, the Lord called me before I was born. While I was in my mother's womb, he named me. He made my mouth like a sharp sword, referring to the practice of prophecy. It's like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand, he hid me. He made me a polished arrow in his quiver. He hid me away. He said to me, "You are my servant Israel, in whom I will be glorified." So he's identifying the prophet as Israel because he is a member of the nation. Okay.
So and that verse one is Israel.
He said to me, "You are my servant Israel, in whom I will be glorified." The I there is now we're in quotations.
No, I'm talking about the first verse there when it says I, that's talking about Israel.
Yeah, the prophet who's like standing here as a representative of Israel.
So the prophet is Israel.
Yes. They're a member of the righteous remnant.
Is he Israel or is there a representative of Israel?
Both.
He's literally Israel and he's also a representative.
Well, no, he's not literally Israel. But God is referring to the prophet as Israel.
He's just representing Israel.
Because he's a member. Because he's a member. He's a member of the righteous remnant.
And when you say Israel, you're also saying Jacob, right?
Well, Jacob is another word for Israel, yes.
Yes, okay, yeah.
All right.
Go ahead, carry on.
So the prophet has Yahweh saying about himself, "You are my servant Israel, in whom I will be glorified." But I, the prophet, said, "I have labored in vain. I have spent my strength for nothing and vanity. Yet surely my cause is with the Lord, and my reward is with my God. And now the Lord says, who formed me, the prophet, in the womb, to be his servant, to bring back Jacob to him," because that's the job of a prophet, to call the people of Israel back to repentance, to bring Jacob back to him, and that Israel might be gathered to him, for I'm honored in the sight of the Lord, and my God has become my strength. He says, "It is too light a thing that you should be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob," because remember, that is the primary job of the prophet, to call back the wicked Israel back to God. "I will give you as a light to the nations," because what does this say in Exodus chapter 19, verse 6 about the children of Israel? Their job is to be a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. Their job is to be a witness to the nations about God and to be the priest between God and the nations.
Okay. So when he says here, is it too light of a thing for me to, for my servant to save Jacob or whatever? I will make him a light
to the nations,
among the Gentiles.
To the nations.
A light to the nations, yes.
Yeah.
So basically here you're saying Jacob is a light to Jacob.
Yes.
And also Jacob is a light to Gentiles.
Yes, because remember,
Israel is also a nation.
Yeah, don't forget.
Israel is also a nation.
Would you read 49 verse 6 again?
Listen, yeah, you have to remember, no degree, that the entire nation of Israel are composed of multiple peoples. A lot of them are wicked, and then there's a righteous remnant. If you have a prophet who is a member of the righteous remnant of Israel, what's the prophet's job?
To tell people the message from God.
Yeah, to draw back the, like, if, for example, if there's wicked Israelites, the job of the prophet is to call back Jacob to God, right?
To comfort the afflicted and to afflict the comforted and to hold up the mirror to that society.
And
now, do you think they were successful at that?
Sometimes they were, sometimes they weren't. But that's just because
there
isn't any real power of God behind anything. But beyond that, also, it's the job of the Israelite to be, yes or no, according to Exodus chapter 19, verse 6, to be a kingdom of priests and a holy nation, right?
Yes, that's what they were called to do, be a nation of priests.
So what's the purpose of a priest?
To act on kind of behalf intercessory to God.
Yeah, to the people. Now, if the whole nation is a kingdom of priests, who are they a priest to?
I guess the world.
Right. And does God say in the Torah that the nations will look at you when you keep this Torah, and they will say, "What a wise and wonderful people"?
No.
It does say that.
Well, the problem is that doesn't happen, right? They failed.
Well, yeah, that's because prophecy doesn't actually occur and God doesn't exist. But that's what you can't deny that that's what the Torah says.
Maybe it's because there's a deeper.
Yeah.
Don't agree. Hold on a second. If you're saying that if that didn't happen, then why do more than half of the world's population depend on this text to ground their own understanding of theology, while simultaneously hating the Jews as well, by the way? You're muted, no degree.
Oh, could you ask the question again? Because I only heard part of it. Something about grounding and hating Jews.
Yeah. If you think that didn't happen, that people wouldn't look to the Jewish people, that people didn't look to the Jewish people and say, my, what a bright group. Why is it then that 4 billion people look to the Jews for their text to ground their own outlook on things?
Well, because I guess are you talking about the Jews that recognize Jesus as their Messiah and
It
the
doesn't
fulfillment of
matter.
prophecy?
What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter about the actual Jewish people. It matters about the text.
Oh,
When
okay.
I'm
So
saying
if
people
are you talking
hate
about
the Jewish
Messianic
people.
Jews or non-Messianic?
No degree.
No degree. You're
You
not
gotta-
tracking
you gotta-
the question.
Yeah, you are not understanding the question that's being asked of you. That's the problem. You're not tracking the conversation. You need to
Yeah, it sounds kind of strange.
whirl your brain up, dust off the cobwebs, and try to track the conversation.
Lock in. What I'm saying is, do Christians and Muslims depend on the Torah to ground their own traditions?
No, they pretend to. But well, Muslims, they don't really have any grounding. But no, Christians depend on Jesus to ground their own position.
Jesus fucking Christ, no degree. Do I need to give you a lesson in your own religion?
Yes, there's no Christian on earth
no degree,
that
no
exists
degree,
today
no degree. Hush,
that would
no
say
degree.
they ground
Hush.
their understanding in the Torah.
You're wrong.
They would say Jesus ground.
You're absolutely wrong. No degree. I was a Christian, and I would have said this because you know what Jesus said to the devil. What did Jesus say to the devil when the devil told him to turn stones into bread?
Well, he refuted him with scripture.
And what scripture did he quote?
The Old Testament.
What specifically?
Well, he quoted a couple of them. He said it
specifically to the bread
about
one.
do not put the Lord your God to the test, or man shall not live by bread alone.
But
Dalton, is no degree using Isaiah 53 to ground his understanding that Jesus is the Messiah?
No,
I'm using Jesus to ground my understanding. Jesus says it's about Isaiah 53.
Yeah, that's why Jesus is
whatever
wrong.
Jesus prophesied talks about. I would say, well,
no
Jesus
degree.
is right.
How would you understand that Jesus was the Messiah without Isaiah 53 helping you into that understanding?
Well, I mean, I don't know what you mean. I'm saying I probably wouldn't unless Jesus told me.
God, no degree.
Do you derive any information from Isaiah 53, no degree, that informs your understanding of Jesus as the Messiah?
Sure, after Jesus points me to Isaiah 53,
Okay, no degree, no degree,
no degree.
I am so fucking tired of you, no degree. You are the most intellectually
Don't be tired of me,
shut up. You are the most intellectually lazy person on this app. You just you just fucking turn your brain off.
I'm the only one that can think this thing through.
You're not thinking. You're just reading you're not thinking. You're just reading the New Testament and you're just taking its word for it. You're not thinking at all. Jesus fucking Christ. Every time we have a conversation, you just assume that the New Testament is true without ever justifying it, and you just turn your fucking brain off and you go, well, Jesus said it and that's all I need.
Didn't you do that?
No.
Didn't you do that as a Christian?
Oh, when I was a Christian? No, that's when I stopped being a Christian.
So let me ask you.
No, you don't get to ask me any more questions. I'm done with you.
Did you believe?
I'm done with you.
Unchanged.
I'm done with you. I've had enough of you. You're on a 1-week probation.
That is the craziest thing because he came up to use Isaiah 53 as his demonstration of prophecy. Then when asked, do you ground your tradition on the Hebrew Bible and depending on it? No. How is that possible?
No degree, you are on a 1-week ban. I'm not dealing with you anymore.
Possible?
In fact, here, I'm just going to go in here. You're blocked for 1 week.
Huh. I don't understand how somebody can come into the space citing Isaiah 53 as the grounding for his prophecy, for his understanding of Jesus as the Messiah, and then claim that he does not depend on the Hebrew Bible for his understanding of his theology.
I'm going to put this into my calendar. What is today? The 18th. So Memorial Day, add to May 25th. Unblock no degree. All right.
So funny. TikTok jail.
He needs to take a break. I need a break from him. I And let me tell you, like the last time I talked to No Degree, he told me I should become a Christian in order to avoid hell. And then he refused to ever justify hell exists. That's the kind of level of conversation we have with this individual. Honestly, if I had my way, there is a certain number of people on a list that I would ask all atheists to stop engaging with, because we need to stop giving them platforms. We need to get back, and this is my real position, we need to get back to publicly shaming people when they're willfully stupid. I'm over it.
Home Slice, Rob, whatever his name is, No Degree, who else? Russell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Russell.
think he's not. I think he really is. Like, I think he is exactly who he is. Like, I have a soft spot for Russell.
Q-Top, PMars,
the Rob guy.
Sure.
Deathless Light.
100%. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Dickless.
Do you guys know the Rob guy? Or am I?
Rob who? Oh, Rob J?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's this one Rob guy who he acts like he knows the Bible.
Oh,
and he knows the
J-Rob.
Bible pretty well, but
J-Rob.
he's like bad with everything else.
Oh, or is it J-Rob?
J-Rob. There we go.
That's what I meant to say. I said Rob J, but yeah, J-Rob. He doesn't know the Bible. No. I've had a lot of conversations with him. But anyways, we have another from at Space Lord 75 with the $4.99. No Degree, I believe, is sort of a buddy with Darth Dawkins. I believe it, because they have a very similar method. They just assume that things are true and never justify it. God, I feel like such a like I'm. Am I being too harsh?
Nah, you're totally on par. Like, you are on point.
All right. Liam says it's probably an intelligence thing with rather than being intellectually dishonest on purpose. Like they just don't, they can't. Yeah, that might be the case.
There was too much lead in the pipes growing up.
They're drinking too much unpasteurized milk.
And hold up. You know what? I don't think that this is just an intelligence thing. I think it's also a personality thing. Because for the longest time, I also had really bad views on the world. And I was not a good person. And then I learned things because I actually opened my mind up because I have the personality of a curious cat. And I feel like if only these people had the personality of a curious cat, they would not be like the way that they are.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to take on
I would
one
say
more.
read more books and ask more questions.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to bring on one last guest, Roy Ray. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
It.
It? You're not a person?
Nah.
I only talk to people. So.
Well, I'm an it.
Oh, well, it can go away. All right. Anyways, I don't care about that. That's going to be my new response anytime someone says it, because they're being disingenuous. Yeah, this one is not making it out of the 8. No, they're not. There's something about their cadence. Hey, is Chet here? Howdy, Chet. Shalom, homie. Anyways, I don't have any more super chats, so let's see who's live right now that I can send you guys off to. I'll probably be live later today on my backup account, which I'm going to be changing the name to Just Dalton. And that's going to be my account where we just chill out, listen to music while I doodle, and just none of the bullshit. Okay, let me take a look who's live right now. Ian and Joel are live right now? Like together they're live or separately?
Separately.
Oh, okay. Okay, here I'm gonna okay, there's Joel Reads the Bible and then there's Ian. So let's see. I need, this is going to be my coin. If it lands cap side up, it's Ian. If it lands cap side down, it'll be Joel. It's Joel. All right. Everyone go over to Joel Reads the Bible. Tell him that the Bible guy sent you. I want to thank my guest for today, Scientific Snitch, Styx, Rav Kavod, and did we have anyone else that was up here as a friendly? Not that I can remember.
Not to my recollection.
All right. Anyways, I've been the Bible guy. Remember to keep reading, keep learning, and I'll see you all again sometime this evening. All right. Bye, fam.
Bye.
And roll credits.
Born from dust and questioning fire, wielding truth like a sword of desire. Ancient scrolls and cosmic flame, he tears through myth, he breaks the chain. Echoes of prophets, the scars align, knowledge and thunder intertwine. Reason ascends where blind faith fell. He reads the word and he reads it well. The Bible guy, seeker of the light. Through time and fire he rides the night, with reason's blade and wisdom's cry. The world shall hear the Bible guy. Scrolls of ages, words of flame.